After a tough 2 weeks on the road, the Spencer County Bears return to the friendly confines of home in Week 4 of the high school football season. The opponent is a familiar one as Coach Matt Wright brings his Henry County Wildcats to Taylorsville to take on the Bears. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Teacup Pregame Show here at Spencer County High School. I am Bo Bruner alongside John Hutchins.
Yes, sir.
And we're here with the GHP-SPORTS crew for Week 4 of Bears football. And, John, it's been a tough road to hoe for the Bears last couple weeks. And, you know, Coach Marksbury, he always loads up that schedule at the beginning of the season, that out-of-district portion of his schedule. And over these last 2 weeks, they probably played 2 of the 3 hardest games on the schedule. Yeah. Now, they've lost both those games, but they've learned where they are and where they need to go from here, and that's a good thing because district play is only 2 weeks away.
First of all, it's great to be home. It's a little bit hotter out here than what it's been the last few weeks. That was one thing I wasn't looking forward to, but it's still good to be back up on this perch in Taylorsville. So talking about that, though, Bo, talking about the schedule, that schedule that Coach Marksbury makes year in and year out, so that has really helped make these last few years successful for the Bears and being able to do that iron sharpens iron thing like you've talked about before. And we've all seen it. We've seen schools that end up first half of the season, or most of the season playing nothing but cupcakes, and they struggle when it really comes time to matter. As Bears fans, you and I up here, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers and a lot of the people that are here tonight, we accept the fact that we're probably going to take some losses in these games, playing these tough games that we are going to. But we also have a team that is prepared to take on the world in November when it really matters.
It's a beautiful night here in Taylorsville. You still got time to get down here before kickoff. If not, glad that you've welcomed us into your home. And we got a lot to get to here on our Teacup pregame show, so we're going to take our first break. And on the other side, we'll talk a little bit about last week's loss at KCD and get you ready for tonight. We're now about 27 minutes away from kickoff. You're watching Bears football on GHP Sports.
The Cooperative Extension Office is here to serve all residents of Spencer County with educational and research-based programs. We offer programs for youth 5 to 18 years old through our 4-H program, where youth can make the best better. We offer free soil testing, and if you love to get your hands dirty, consider becoming a master gardener. We also offer programs for prevention, wellness, and individual family development, or you can check out our homemaker groups. We are located at 100 Oak Tree Way off Highway 44 in Taylorsville, Kentucky. Come in and see us or check us out on our website or Facebook.
At Acadia Counseling, we offer a professional, down-to-earth approach for adults, families, couples, and adolescents who are looking for lasting results in a non-judgmental environment. Located in St. Matthews and offering telehealth straight to your phone or Wi-Fi enabled smart device, Acadia Counseling offers evening and weekend appointments. Give us a call or schedule from our website and create a brighter future for yourself or a loved one.
Welcome back to Spencer County High School and the Teacup pregame show. John, last week the Bears traveled over to Brownsboro Road.
Yep.
Took on Kentucky Country Day, the Bearcats. They came away with a 29-21 loss to a team that, to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw them playing at Kroger Field that first week in December in the Single A Championship. The Bears jumped out real quick out of the gate. Their first drive of the game, John, first possession, opening possession of the game, 58 yards. Took a little over 6 minutes off the clock, just like the Bears like to do. Took an early 7-0 lead. Keon Davis took a snap from the 3-yard line, followed his center right up the middle into the end zone. And a little help, the Spencer County's own tush push, or the bear crawl.
The bear crawl.
As we started calling it.
We got to give that credit to Charlie Titchener, actually. He's the one who came up with that bear crawl, so we're going with that. I like that.
Jackson Brown tacked on the PAT, made it 7-0, and just a little over 6 minutes into the game. The Bearcats, though, they took the ensuing kickoff, returned it 50 yards to the Spencer County 45-yard line, and after a steady dose of Parker Rudolph got them inside the 5, McLean Cantley took a pitch from Caden Long into the end zone. Mizuguchi added their extra point to tie the game at 7, John, and that just took a little over a minute for them to do that. KCD's second possession, they scored on a 4th down run inside the 5. The Bears defense really stood up first, second, third down, and actually hit the guy at the end, Tyler Wilson, at the line, and but he made it into the end zone. They went for a trick play to go for 2. They did not get in. With 9:11 left in the second quarter, KCD led 13-7. Then after a short punt, KCD had excellent field position again for their third drive of the game. Went 34 yards in 7 plays. Tyler Wilson once again took one to the outside, found pay dirt. Mizuguchi added the PAT, scores 20-7 with 3:53 left in the first half. And it was beginning to look like KCD was just going to run away with it and have their way with the Bears. But the Bears never lay down, John.
Nope.
Took the next drive. Caleb Higdon scored from 6 yards out on a pitch from Davis. Walked untouched into the end zone. Brown added the PAT. The score was 20-14, and that's how we took it into the locker room.
Yeah, this first half, Bo, as I think back on it, remembering everything that happened, rewatching everything that happened, it really boiled down to 2 things for the Bears, and it was field position and adjustments. Through most of the game, Kentucky Country Day was only having to cover about 50 yards to score. And really, let's be honest, that's a lot to ask of a defense. Possession in and possession out, that they only have to get 50 yards. You cutting the field in half. It makes it just a lot harder to be able to get some of these stops. Also in that half, KCD, they were able to use their big offensive line to make holes for Rudolph to get upfield. We knew going in, Bo, that they're a run-first team. We also knew that they liked attacking between the tackles. But in all honesty, the most difficult thing in preparation for the Bears that week leading up to that game is you can't possibly simulate in practice just how much push the Bearcats could get on that massive offensive line. It makes it very difficult for the defensive line to prepare for the kind of blocking they were going to face in that game. Even though the Bears were successful in moving the ball on the offensive side, they had to find a way to slow down KCD's ground game. Also, I imagine, we discussed this a little bit ago when we first got up here, I figured there was a little bit of work done this week on kick coverage for the Bears. And so to try to eliminate some of that field position for their opponents, I mean, it was something that definitely hurt them in that game. And I look for a Coach Mike Marksberry team to have maybe polished that up a little bit this week.
We'll call it polished.
All right.
Well, the second half, the defense really played well enough. I know there's 29 points on the scoreboard. Defense played well enough to win this game.
Yep.
Second half, they played lights out. Brody Phelps picked up a fumble that John and I both thought was questionable. And I think even Coach Marksberry said may have been the worst call in high school football history. But he took it 50 yards for the touchdown. Yep. Jackson Brown added a PAT there. That kept the score to 21-20 with 6:28 left in the third quarter. Another big return by the Bearcats following that kickoff. Deion Davidson returned the ball 80 yards for a touchdown. They tacked on that extra point. The extra point attempt was actually blocked by Ryan Tobey. And with 6:17 left in the third quarter, KCD led 26-21. And with 3:56 left to go in the game, Philip Papa connected on a 28-yard field goal to give you the final score, 29-21. But, John, that defense in the second half, Spencer County, their defense only give up 3 points.
Yeah, that's right.
And you talk about the short field they played with all of the first quarter.
Yep.
They give up the touchdown on the kickoff in the third quarter.
Yep.
This defense looked like it was spot on for the whole game.
I was impressed with a lot of things in that second half, but honestly for me, Bo, the biggest thing that I took away, the one thing that if I had to point to that I was really encouraged about after that second half of that game was that our boys would not quit. You take the weekend before, let's call it what it was, we kind of took a whooping from that team up north the weekend before. And so after, KCD, they continued to have success moving the ball and scoring. Bo, it could have been really easy for the Bears to just shut down. But, this is where it all boils down to the Jimmies and Joes. The sheer grit and determination of the Bears, it was something to behold, really. And it was the guys on the field. It was their drive. It was their heart to play a team that is as good as Kentucky Country Day is. You get behind and still work that hard. That's a character that all coaches wish they had in the team. That toughness, that grit, that no-quit attitude. The adjustments that were made defensively were just what the doctors ordered, Bo. As you mentioned, the Bears only gave up 2 scores in the second half. One was a kickoff return for a touchdown, and, you look at it that way, our defense really only gave up 3 points. You figure that was on special teams for that kick return. The 3 points they gave up there with 3 minutes left to go in the game is the only score the Spencer County defense gave up to a KCD team who was honestly had been a scoring machine through the first few weeks. And so it was really impressive to see those adjustments and to handle that in the entire second half. And with that, they also held Parker Rudolph to only 54 yards in that game. That was 54 yards on 14 carries. That averages out to 3.8 yards per carry. And you're talking about a young man that coming into that game was averaging 5 or better a carry before he faced the Bears defense. And, he had some breakout games earlier in the season. So for the Spencer County Bears to shut them down, they knew going in that was the assignment. Parker Rudolph is who you have to handle between the tackles. You make the rest of the team beat you. And to credit KCD, they did a good job getting the ball to other people when Parker Rudolph wasn't able to get any traction up the middle. Now, with that, the Bears, they still show a need to maybe work on a few things early in this year. But, Bo, I think they are proving that everything is getting on track, and we're going to be ready for district play.
With that loss, the Bears fell to 1-2 on the season. John Brody Phelps was our Trevor Brown Construction Player of the Game. What a game he had. He did have that fumble recovery for a touchdown, 12 tackles on the night, and that to go along with 7 carries for 36 yards. And when it's 36 yards for Brody, with that, him and Noah both running that ball, that's some tough yards running that ball between tackles.
It was, and that's something that Marksbury has asked a lot of this year. We've seen in years past where we've maybe leaned a little bit more on those wings and trying to run that. And, of course, we have some great wings this year, where you have Jake Green out there on the side, who's somebody who's we've talked about circled by every coach out there that we're going to play to look for number 2. For Coach Marksbury to lean on that fullback position the way he is, to be able to work the middle of that field, it's a setup play. He's trying to draw that defense in between the tackles, getting them in the box so he can break something around the outside. And those two boys, between Noah Kropp and Brody Phelps, they were just workhorses in that game.
We're going to take another quick break on our Teacup pregame show. When we come back, we'll look at our Taylorsville Community Church players to watch and learn about this year's version of the Henry County Wildcats. As we are now about 15 minutes away from kickoff, you're watching Bears football on GHP Sports.
For over a century, the People's Bank has been assisting our community with their financial needs. The key to that success has been the close connections we have made with the people in the community we serve. Come in today at our main office located in historic downtown Taylorsville at 23 West Main Street, or at our branch located at 5511 Taylorsville Road in Fisherville, and see how we can serve you. The People's Bank is proud to support the efforts of our local athletic programs. Go Bears!
Hello, I'm Sean Willard, Principal Auctioneer, Broker, and Co-owner of the H. Berry Smith Realtors and Auctioneers. I'm a third-generation auctioneer, been in the business over 20 years, and learned the business as a young boy under my mentor, Barry Smith, my grandfather, Bill Willard, my father, Paul, and my current business owner and partner, Jimmy Willard, my uncle. I've learned over the 20 years in being in the auction business that most auctions come with a problem or situation that needs to be solved. Let our experience and national exposure be your solution to all your auction needs. Give us a call today.
Are you looking for a reputable shop to take care of your ride? Stop by Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center, offering all manner of body and mechanical work to keep your vehicle looking and performing at its best. Conveniently located at 910 Taylorsville Road in Taylorsville, or find us on the web at Dougherty'sBodyShop.com. Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center. Big or small, we fix it all.
As a reminder, everyone, to please remain standing after the national anthem till the colors leave the field. This time, please welcome your Spencer County High School band, directed by Terry Alcorn, Assistant Director Rebecca Owens, Head Drum Major Claire Ballard, Drum Majors Lovely LaFavors, Caitlin Quackenboss, and Haley Jameson. At this time, I'd like to ask everyone to please remove your headgear, direct your attention to the flag for the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome back to Spencer County High School and the Teacup pregame show. And, John, we're going to move right into our Taylorsville Community Church players to watch.
A long way to go and a short time to get there, Bo.
First for Henry County, it won't be hard to keep an eye on number 16, Jason Ray. Johnny's a junior. He's the Swiss Army knife in Coach Wright's toolbox.
Yep.
Built like a tight end, but his main position on the field will be running back. But tonight, you will see him line up in the backfield, at tight end, wide receiver, plays linebacker on defense, he even handles the kickoff and the punting duties for the Wildcats. So if the ball's in play, Ray is going to be on the field.
Yep.
Through the first 3 weeks, he's ran the ball 45 times, 525 yards, and 8 touchdowns, including 359 yards and 5 touchdowns last week against Western Hills. He's also caught a pass for a touchdown. Defensively, he's forced a fumble and second on the team in tackles. So, John, the Bears will want to know where he is on every play, not just on defense, but on offense also.
I mean, he also paints the fields, cooks the hot dogs, leads the marching band. Well, okay, maybe he doesn't do all those things, but he is a guy that Coach Wright will lean heavily on as the Wildcats lost a lot of experience to graduation last year. He's never going to be the fastest guy on the field, that's for sure. But, Bo, this guy's a load. I mean, he's a side of beef and then some. You know, he blocks well, he runs hard. You know, and if he gets a hold of you while he's playing defense, in all honesty, and he can be really hard to get away from.
For the Bears, we're going to go with a guy we briefly talked about him in the opening last week, John, senior defensive end Jacob Goodlett. Now, he's quietly having a superb year. In his first year of really having a whole lot of meaningful minutes in a varsity uniform, he's tied for 4th on the team in tackles. 2 of those tackles are for loss. He's got a quarterback sack. And over the last 5 years, Coach Eldridge's offenses have been successful in large part because he's had a great run of linebackers and defensive ends. And Goodlett keeps up his play. By the end of the year, he could find himself in that conversation.
You know, Bo, any coach out there, if you ask him, will tell you the most important person on the team is the quarterback. But a close second will be the guy that gets after the quarterback. And so when you have strong play from the defensive end like Goodlett, it forces the O-line to double team or at least try to chip him with a running back. Do something to disrupt his ability to get in the backfield so they can protect their quarterback. That creates so many opportunities for the other defenders that you can get some great stops just because of how he disrupts the offense.
All right, let's look at these Henry County Wildcats.
Long-time
district rival of the Bears. This year they've actually dropped back to 3A, so I'm glad Coach Marksbury and Coach Wright kept this game on the schedule, John. Since Spencer County football program began 22 years ago in 2004, the Bears and the Wildcats have played more than any other program. Every year since 2005, except for the COVID year of 2020, this game has been on the schedule.
Yep.
Tonight's game will be the 20th all-time meeting between the schools. Spencer County's 13-6 in the previous 19, winning the last 6 in a row and 8 out of the last 9. The Wildcats are 2-1 on the season, got wins over Harrison County and Western Hills, and their only loss was to Lafayette. They're coached by Matt Wright. He's in his 14th year head coaching, 9th year at Henry County. He's been at Beth Haven and Fairdale also. There's not a lot of experience on this team, John. They graduated 17 seniors from last year's squad, and Coach Wright said that 3 others chose not to play, so left them with a roster of 36, and there's only 5 seniors on this Henry County team. Their offense is going to run the ball from the shotgun. They'll spread you out a lot of 3 wide we'll see tonight to try to get people out of the box, but they're going to run the ball about 75% of the time. Their run plays will be mostly split amongst 3 different players. Our TCC player to watch, Jason Ray, will get the bulk of those carries. But other than him, you've got the quarterback, Wyatt Ward. He's run the ball 34 times for 244 yards this year. He's also thrown the ball 30 times on the season, completing 14 of those for 2 touchdowns. But he is a little bit interception prone, John. He's thrown 4 interceptions on the year. The other young kid going to run the ball, freshman Camden Clark. Now, he's kind of been thrust into action early in his career because of the massive graduating numbers. He's took full advantage. He's got the ball 30 times this year for 100 yards, caught 5 passes for 52 yards. He also returns kicks for the Wildcats. This guy's proven early on that he's going to have to be dealt with over the next 4 years for any kind of Henry County opponent. And when Ward goes to the air, his favorite target's going to be sophomore Blade Boyer. And that's such a cool name for a football player, too. So, Blade Boyer, he sliced through the opposing defenses with 6 catches for 71 yards.
Bad joke.
He's also the third leading tackler on the team from his safety position. So, and he has 3 interceptions through the first 3 weeks.
Yep, that's right. And, you did talk about the fact they can be a little bit interception prone. But, one thing I want the Spencer County Bears to really do is they really got to focus on that run game. And they have to be aggressive at that and make sure that they force Ward to put the ball up in the air. An aggressive secondary is going to be able to make some plays back there. And this is a Henry County team, Bo, that is really learning and getting better every week. I'll be honest with you, the way they're getting better, this is not a team that I would want to face late in the season. They are going to do well. Let's see. I believe Spencer County won the toss. They deferred. Henry County will receive.
All right, let's take a look at our local State Farm insurance agent, Brian Bashir's keys to the game, John. The first one you got up there on the list is chin up.
After a game like last week that the Bears, they were really in it till the last whistle, had an opportunity on that last possession to be able to tie. Spencer County, they need to remember just how well they played and really how good that KCD team was. I mean, you always want to win, and I'll be honest with you, Bill, I don't really believe in moral victories. I don't. But fighting as hard as they did shows us that, the personality of this team, of these Bears, is a team that's going to fight. That, if they can fight that way tonight, I honestly think it should be a long ride back to Newcastle for the Wildcats.
Lock down the ground.
Okay, so last week we had said the Bears need to sell out to stop the run. If Henry County is going to be able to move the football, it's what we were just talking about. You have to force Ward to put the ball in the air. I personally don't think the Wildcats can sustain long drives trying to throw the football downfield. So doing that not only shuts these drives down, but, Bo, it does a great job getting the Spencer County defense off the field.
Be unexpected.
Okay. So I know I'm asking a lot with this one. I really do. I know a lot of coaches, Bo, and Mike Marksberry is like many of them. You don't want to tip your hand too early on what you have. You don't want to show too much early in the season because all this stuff is all scouting report material for your future opponents. But, when you're talking opponents, you're talking a Henry County team, as you mentioned, that we've played over and over and over and over again. And Matt Wright knows our offense just as well as we do. He knows what we're going to do. I feel like this is a perfect opportunity for the Bears, maybe not to tip their entire hand, but I think if you throw in a couple wrinkles here and there to help keep this Wildcat defense honest, Henry County, they're going to do all they can to stop the run, but we have to make them think twice in this game about what's coming at them.
Future Bear Night here at Spencer County High School. Always one of the fun nights of the year. All the kids get to come out. Stands are always packed. And the Bears are getting ready to come out. John, you got tonight and next week at Fairdale. This is your last 2 tune-up games before district play begins against Western Hills.
Yep.
So this season is almost halfway over.
It is. And, the Bears, we talked about it in the opening. They've played some tough teams already. This is a team that, if you've watched over the last few years, you've gotten used to the fact you cannot look at that early season record and really get a good judge on what the Spencer County Bears are going to do throughout the season. This is a talented team. This is a tough team. This is a team, like we said from last week's game, they're not going to quit. They're not going to shut down. You get those types of attributes from these players. You get that type of attitude from these coaches, and you've got a team that's going to be dangerous going down the stretch.
We're going to try to keep our eye on some future opponents tonight. Fairdale plays at John Hart, Western Hills at Washington County. Big game probably in the state tonight, John. Lexington Christian at Franklin County. Lafayette plays Shelby. Grant County at Scott. And Bardstown at Nelson County, amongst other big games that we'll probably mention later on down the road as we get going here tonight. As Jackson Brown is out, set to kick off.
Good timing, too. The sun just dipped past the hill over there. It feels a little bit better up here. Jackson Brown, another one of those weapons that we come to expect from this team. He's somebody, Bo, that's really going to have an impact on this season.
We got the whistle already. Got a whistle. I don't see a flag.
I don't know that the whistle was blown for being set. This might just be a redo right here.
All right. I already got a discrepancy here, John. Don't have a 17 on my roster. See your other roster there. You've got one.
Well, I do have some stats here. Wasn't prepared to dig through them like this. I didn't bring my readers with me, Bo. I don't have a 17 on that either.
Well, we do know Trevor Coffey is back deep for the Wildcats, a sophomore. Short kick by Brown. Going to be fielded by Clark about the 19-yard line. Clark gets across the 25. Going to go down about the 28-yard line.
Little bit better kickoff coverage than what we were seeing out of the Bears last week. Able to stay in their lanes and really collapse in that hole. Be able to get that stop. One thing we do kind of want to notice, or that we did see in warm-ups out here, number 56, Riley Moore, starting center for the Henry County Wildcats, is in street clothes with a boot over there on the sidelines. Actually, 52, Reagan Powell, is going to take his spot. Another senior slides down from the guard position to center. And so you got to start wondering, and you got to be worried if you're Coach Matt Wright about these exchanges between quarterback and center.
And before the first snap, Drew Dwyer jumps off sides. That'll give Henry County 5 yards.
Little antsy on that first play.
1st and 5, now at the 33.
He knows what he did. That's one of those that you, as soon as you do it, Bo, everybody's going to look at you like, why did you do that? And honestly, you don't know. You're just excited. You're amped up. You're ready to get into this ball game. And so we're going to spot him 5 yards to start.
Ward from the shotgun. Handoff goes to Clark. Tries to get around the right side. Going to pick up about 2 on the play.
Yeah, Brody
Phelps in on that tackle.
Coming down from his linebacker spot, making a good read there, getting to that. Actually, some decent contact. There were some Bears in the backfield that got some hands on him. That's one of those things you'd like to see them complete that play. Maybe be able to hold on to him a little bit stronger, try to get some help down there. That arm tackling, we know, never ends up being a good thing. So Spencer County, good penetration, just got to finish the play.
2nd down and 3 for the Wildcats. From their own 35. This time Ward's going to keep it himself. Run up the middle. He's going to be right at the sticks. They're probably going to give it to him.
I imagine they're going to get the first down. And this is the signal from the head official. First down, Henry County.
3-yard carry, good for a first down. 1st and 10. From the Wildcats, 38.
That helps that you spot them those first 5 yards, Bo. It makes it a little bit easier.
Jumbo package here for the Wildcats. One wide out deep. That's Boyer out to the near side of the field. And now we have another Bear jumping off sides.
Yeah, Gilbert right there. He's getting excited too. And I know the one person walking back there with him that's not going to say anything is Drew Dwyer. They're both getting a little jumpy there, ready to go. And we're going to spot them another 5 yards. Be 1st and 5 for the Wildcats.
Hand off this time to Ray. He gets across the middle, enough for the first down. Still on his feet across midfield. It's going to go down about the 47.
Caleb Higdon coming up from his safety spot to make the tackle on that play. And whenever you're running between the tackles, Bo, as a defense, the last person you want to make that tackle is your free safety. And so Luckily, Caleb was there, kind of limit the gain, but we also seen on that play there from Ray just how strong of a runner he is. He's not fast, but he is stout, and he's somebody that's going to be hard for the Bears to bring down.
11-yard pickup for Ray. 1st and 10 at the Bears' 46-yard line. This time, Ward's going to keep it himself. Hit at the line of scrimmage. May have got a yard out of there. They're going to give him 2.
Crop, Gilbert, and McCarthy all getting up from that. Great read from those guys. Gilbert coming down the line, make that contact low. Crop coming from that outside linebacker spot.
2nd down and 8. Coach Wright sticking with this jumbo package. This time again, Ray hit at the line of scrimmage, tries to drive forward.
Good look.
They're going to give him a yard on that.
Taylorsville Community Church player of the game, Jacob Goodlet. Player to watch, actually. I'm sorry, not player of the game, player to watch, Jacob Goodlet. His defensive end spot was able to read that well and come down that line and catch him from behind, pulling back a little bit. Yeah, they got the forward progress of about a yard, but still going to leave him with a 3rd and long.
Third and 7. Wildcats 2 out wide to the near side of the field. Ward drops back, looks to pass. Now he's going to tuck it and run. He's going to get hit. He's going to actually take a little bit of a loss there, John.
Quarterback brought down by all the Bears.
Aiden Trammell looked like leading that attack in the middle as the Bears come up to make a big hit. It's going to be 4th and a long 6, short 7, whatever you might want to call it here, Bo. And so far, Coach Wright's leaving his offense on the field.
Bears defense got to be disciplined here. They've already got 2 penalties for being offsides. You don't want to give them that free 5. Ward looks to pass.
It's got to be
caught from behind. Brody Phelps. He never was touched, John. Come around the long way to chase him down on the other side.
Yeah,
it's going to be an incomplete pass.
Too. Yeah, Mari McCarthy helping out there, getting on the outside. Surprised we didn't see a flag there. It looked like a hold there on the right tackle, but no yellow hankies on the field, and that's a turnover on downs right there. The Bears will take over at the 43-yard line, and we get an opportunity now to see just what kind of wrinkles that Coach Marksberry maybe worked in this week. Keon Davis leading the offense out on the field. Caleb Higdon, Jake Green, Noah Kropp, the running backs.
Handoff. First goes to Green. He's going to get across the 45 and mark him about the 46-yard line. That's somebody Coach Marksberry wants to get going early, John. Had a little rough go of it last week over at KCD, and they had his number last week.
Well, I mean, just like how we were able to slow down Parker Rudolph and that KCD interior rushing attack, you know, they knew about Jake Green. They were sitting there focused on number 2, figuring, okay, we shut down number 2. We're going to make the rest of the team try to beat us. And, you know, to their credit, the KCD defense really locked him down last week. It would be a really good thing to see him get rolling tonight.
2nd and 7 for the Bears. Officials' hands waving. Do get the play off. Handoff goes to Kropp up the middle. Get it up for the first down. Up to about the 45-yard line of Henry County.
See, and Bo, what you're seeing here from Noah Kropp, what I noticed on that play alone is how much vision he's using now. You can see where he's developed that rushing attack to where I remember Noah Kropp running the ball even last year where he's more of a dive type of thing, covers the football, lowers his head, and he's just running into the middle of the pile to get what he can get. That play there, Noah Kropp, head up, seeing where the defenders were, able to make a few cuts, make a few people miss, pick up that extra yardage and move the chains.
Higdon goes in motion, takes the pitch, got a couple good blocks, gets across the 40. Now he's 30, he's into open field. Higdon's going to be pushed out of bounds about the 15-yard line by Ray. 30-yard pickup for Caleb Higdon.
Hey, 30-yard pickup for him, but did somebody give a helmet sticker to Armin Smalley on that, too? That block he was able to get on the outside to seal that, make that hole for Caleb Higdon to be able to get up in. I mean, that was huge in helping break his running back out into the open field.
1st and 10 for the Bears.
Actually going to mark it at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bears. This time Green in motion. Davis going to keep it himself, pick up about 3 on the play.
Little follow play. We've seen that a couple times now, and this is what you get from Keon Davis. He's – I hate to use the word wiry, but I mean, he kind of is. He's the type of guy, he can be shifty, he can be fast, he can be able to hit a hole well and make defenders miss. And when you are a team that likes to run the football first, like the Bears with this wing T offense, having that extra guy at quarterback that has those wheels, has that vision, can really go a long way with giving you that extra attacker, somebody the defense isn't accounting for.
Green in motion, takes the pitch, gets hit, breaks one tackle, and get back up to about the 13, still going to lose a couple on that.
Jay Green fighting for a few there. Coming up.
They're going to mark him about 12. I think he's going to lose about a yard.
3rd and 7.
3rd and 7 here, Spencer County.
You talk about that with Davis. Some of the best Marksburg teams is when your quarterback could end up being one of your best running backs.
That's right.
We seen that with Gabe Bolin a few years ago. I mean, he was probably one of the better running backs on that team. They had to put him at quarterback, and that actually paid off extremely well when you got that mobile QB. This time Davis rolls out to the left. He's going to keep it himself. Gets over. It is a touchdown, Bears!
Keon Davis rolling around that outside, Bo. It looked like he was seeing if he could get a receiver to run just a little drag route there, out route, something in the flats. Didn't see anything, had the awareness, tucked the ball and run. Had a blocker out in front of him, no issues, untouched. That's 6 for the Bears.
Extra point is up and good by Jackson Brown with 5:25 left to go in the first. The Spencer County Bears lead Henry County 7-0. And we got the fireworks back, John.
We did get the fireworks back. I love it. I absolutely love it. I was kind of wondering. Of course, when the Bears came out and they took the field, the fireworks went off, and it kind of got me excited a little bit. I mean, not that it takes me much to get excited. It's Friday night in Taylorsville. And, Bo, as you mentioned before the game starts, if anybody around has any inkling at all, any wondering at all of what people do on a Friday night in the fall in Spencer County, you look around right here because just about the entire county has showed up to watch this game tonight.
These bleachers on the home side are full.
Oh, yeah.
And then you've got several hundred chairs behind the end zone on this side closest to the parking lot. And then the opposite side, you've got several hundred kids from the Stallions and for the future Bears, the cheerleaders.
Well, I mean, look at how many people are standing along the fence even. There's just no place to sit. I feel kind of blessed that we have a little bit of room to move around up here,
This time Brown lines up straight away. Kicking it short to the opposite side. Fielded about the 25. Going to get across the 35 to about the 36-yard line.
Noah Kropp leading the attack right there for that tackle for the Bears.
Gunnar Herrig on that return.
Now let's see if we can make them have to go 10 yards to get a first down on this possession, Bo. That would be something I'm sure that Coach Eldridge would like to see rather than giving them that free 5.
One out wide to the left for Ward. Hand off to Ray. Hits the hole. Going to get about 3 yards on that.
It's hard to bring down, but
about the 39-yard line.
And yeah, I've said it 100 times myself. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, I'll take it all day long. When you're Coach Wright over there and you're able to lean on Ray like that and can pick up yardage like that, I mean, that keeps drives alive. The Bears are going to have to find a way to attack him and be able to get him down on the ground without giving up these 3, 4, 5 yard plays.
Ward keeps it himself, runs up the middle, bounces off one tackler, is going to get to the sticks, pass him right at midfield. Going to pick up about 11 on that, John.
First and 10.
First and 10 for the Wildcats. And this is something we noticed just looking at stats, John. When your second leading rusher is your quarterback, you know he's going to carry the ball quite a bit.
Well, I mean, it's like we were talking about in pregame. This is not a team from Henry County that really wants to have to put the ball up in the air. They don't. They've thrown it from time to time. They would rather run the ball, control the clock. You just have to be able to shut that down.
And off again to Ward. Skips one tackler. Gets up to about the 44. Going to pick up 6 on first down.
Second and 3.
Brought down by Noah Kropp.
I don't know if we have an equipment issue here. I think that's all it was. Yep. I think we had a shoe come off. Paxton Truitt getting everything arranged and ready to go for the next play. But it's going to bring up second and short. And Henry County's got some options now, Bo.
And the Bears jump off sides.
I see some running in the future at some practices right here already. First 2 possessions, 3 offsides penalties on the Spencer County Bears, and that's going to have a coach upset. Those are mental mistakes, Bo. Those are the things that you just can't do when you're up there. You have to be able, if you're over the ball, ideally you watch the football. If it moves, you move. If you're not over the football, you can actually watch the player across from you, and if that player moves, then you react to that movement. But until you see that, you have to be able to stay in your stance. You have to be disciplined enough to do that. And those mental mistakes right there, those add up. Right now we're looking at 15 yards already given to the Henry County Wildcats simply because we made some mental mistakes. That was the first time out for the Bears in this game. They got 2 remaining in the half. 3:42 left to go in the first half.
Ward keeps himself, follows Ray up the middle, and get forward for about 8 yards.
And Brody Phelps able to make that tackle right there, but 8 yards is too much, Bo. You know it. I know it. Eldridge knows it. This is a Wildcat team, Bo. You know, when we look at it, we look at some of the teams they've already played this year. We look at what they lost last year. We know what the Bears have. You know, when people ask me, you know, how should tonight's game go, I tend to lean the fact that I think the Bears will be okay. But for some reason, every year when we play Henry County, this is a battle. This is always a war with this team.
And off to Ray. It's going to be just a little bit short, I do believe. Going to mark him at the 31-yard line. Third and we'll call it 3rd and 1.
It's gut check time if you're the Bears. Of course, if you're Henry County, we don't know what they have when it comes kicker. We don't know if we're anywhere near close. I highly doubt that we are. But, you know, I would think this is also 4-down territory if you're Henry County.
Play clock's got to be getting close. Ward keeps it himself, gets the first down. We got a flag on the play. Probably going to come back for a hold.
That's going to help. I think they got 67 there. Ryan Toby trying to come in. Tackled, really, is what it looked like by 67 Levi Higdon. That's going to move the ball back, and it's going to bring up the 3rd and 11 now if you're Henry County, and that kind of changes things a little bit. Now, it's going to be a penalty that Coach Matt Wright's not going to be happy to have taken.
Replay, third down. 3rd and 11.
First penalty tonight on the Henry County Wildcats.
Changes the playbook up right there, John. You go from 3rd and 1, actually less than 1, to 3rd and 11.
Got to wonder if this might be the first time we see Ward put the ball in the air.
Boyer out wide here, short side of the field. Now they're going to pitch it to Ray. Ray caught from behind by McCarthy. Got back to the line of scrimmage.
I love it.
Up 4th and 11.
We've said it before. We talked about Amari McCarthy and just the amount of heart and toughness that kid plays with. Never going to be the biggest kid on the field, but, man, he's going to come at you with every ounce of weight he has and give it all he's got. I mean, I love watching Amari play football.
Henry County is going to punt.
And that's that penalty right there, Bo. That's what that penalty did.
Ray back to punt for the Wildcats. Noah Kropp standing on his own 10-yard line.
Let it go. Let it go.
Into the end zone. Bears will get the ball at their own 20. Yeah. Second possession of the game.
Love seeing the defense stand up there, Bo, be able to get that stop. Yes, they were helped with the penalty, but after we helped them so many times with the offside penalties, we'll say we're square with the house now. So give the Bears an opportunity to get the ball in the 20, and this is a chance for Spencer County to really put together a long time-consuming drive. Coach Marksbury, more than anybody else, loves to control the clock. And if we can do that, work the ball methodically down the field, we can limit those possessions that Ward has.
Hand off to Green, cuts back up the middle. Going to get almost to the 30. They're going to mark him about the 29-yard line. Pick up a 9 on that play.
Good to see that from Jake Green. We've only tested with him a couple times. We know what kind of speed he has. We know what kind of vision that he has. Marksbury's going to want him to be involved in this game, but it's also, he's got to be able to give the ball to some other guys, too, to keep this Wildcat defense from keying on number 2 all night long.
We have an equipment issue here with Ward. Official blew the whistle. He's coming out. Being replaced by somebody.
Gunnar
Herrig.
The freshman.
And if I see that, I'm going straight to Armin right here.
I am, too.
Hand off to Kropp, goes nowhere.
Well, it looks like they're going to give him forward progress of maybe about a foot.
And here comes Ward back out on the field.
No gain on the carry, coming up 3rd and 1.
Yeah, would have liked to seen that ball go up right there. 2nd and short. You have the opportunity to maybe send something downfield, and if it doesn't work, you end up with 3rd and short, which we're still in anyway. But, you try to attack that freshman like that. We're already seeing the safety, number 3, Blade Boyer, working his way up, trying to help defend against this run. And because of that, we need to maybe test something deep.
That brings us to the end of the first quarter. Your score, Spencer County 7, Henry County nothing. We'll be right back on GHP Sports.
Are you looking for a reputable shop to take care of your ride? Stop by Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center, offering all manner of body and mechanical work to keep your vehicle looking and performing at its best. Conveniently located at 910 Taylorsville Road in Taylorsville, or find us on the web at Dougherty'sBodyShop.com. Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center. Big or small, we fix it all.
Welcome back to Spencer County High School, our Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center game of the week. And, John, we'll look over some quick stats here from the first quarter. Spencer County, 8 rushes for 66 yards. 13 rushes for 37 yards for the Wildcats. And then individually, Caleb Higdon with 31 yards rushing. Keon Davis with 16. Jacob Green with 10.
The Bear Crawl attacks again right there. Good call right there. Spencer County able to pick up a chunk of yards. 6-yard gain on that. Keon going up the middle. It's going to give Spencer County the first down here, Bo. Is opportunity once again, keep those chains moving.
First and 10 for the Bears. Green in motion. No. Davis keeps him still. Still on his feet. Spins. Still on his feet. We'll get across the 40 down to about the 38-yard line.
And I tell you what, right there, Bo, that is a play that'll bring your offense together, rally them around a quarterback. That is a play that shows a quarterback who's not afraid to put his nose in there. He's not afraid to get hit, not afraid to get tackled. That tends to make your offensive line, other players around you, just play that much harder for you. Gives Keon that continuity with the offense, and now let's see what they can do.
27-yard pickup for Davis. First and 10 from the Henry County 38. Pitch to Higdon. Gets around the right side. Another great block by Smalley. He's going to get up close to the marker. He's going to be maybe a yard short.
Another helmet sticker there, Bo. Armin Smalley out there on the outside, and just what he's able to do and getting those blocks on those corners. I mean, that's the difference maker in that run is Armin Smalley on the outside. Pancake block on that corner, being able to drive him backwards, give that open field right there for Caleb Higdon to be able to pick up those 9 yards and give us a second short.
Second and 1 for the Bears. Handoff. Phelps up the middle. Going to get up to about the 20-yard line. Pick up 10 on that.
Good hard run there by Brody Phelps. We saw this last weekend, too, at KCD. And I mean, he's just a kid that's a no-quit attitude when he's out there running the football. He is going as hard as he can every time to try to get that extra yard, that extra inch, that, extra foot, whatever he can get to help move the ball down the field.
I love how Coach Marksbury rotates him and Noah Crop, too, in and out there. Fresh legs all the time in the backfield. Green makes a man miss. Gets across the 15. Still driving. They're going to give him forward progress to about the 11.
Yeah, and again, we're going to end up with a second and short. Spencer County's first down efficiency on this drive has just been unreal. What they've been able to pick up on these first down plays, and Jake Green hitting that hole hard like we know he does, and then just that drive to keep those legs pumping, keep pushing, trying to get forward to pick up that first down, puts our offense in a great spot.
Second and 1. This time to Crop up the middle. Touchdown Bears!
Noah Crop right there, Bo. Great play. We'll hit that Country Mart Instant replay after the point after try. But I tell you what, the whole Henry County defense was fooled. That's for sure.
This down kick is short, and it is no good. Off to the right. So with 9:13 left to go in the first half, Spencer County 13, Henry County nothing.
Now this, when we look at this Country Mart Instant replay, this is what all this motion and all these different things do in the wing tee is it makes it difficult to understand where the football is going. And when you have that motion coming across that line, that jet motion, the defense wants to go with that. The linebackers want to go with that. They see Green moving to the side, and they do not see that little inside handoff to Noah Crop, who just, goes through untouched. Nothing but daylight on the other end. Nice call there by the offense. Just a good 6 points for the Bears as they're able to work their way down the field. Good long drive, chew up some clock, and just really, Bo, impose their will on this Henry County defense.
See there, the crowd is thick tonight, John.
Yeah,
USA tonight for the students.
And well-deserved, really. I mean, the way this last week has been, everything that's gone on, and, of course, remembrance of September 11th as well yesterday. I mean, I'm proud of our school tonight. I'm proud of what these kids are doing, what they're wearing. You know, this is something that means something.
Fielded by Herrig. He's going to get across the football.
Ball!
Bears football.
Waiting to see a signal from the official. We know the Bears got on it. They're going to call him down. Officials are going to talk about it.
See here the Country Mart instant replay.
Bears ball.
Bears football.
Amari McCarthy's going to come down, get to the legs, but as he does, Aiden Trammell stripping the football, coming down, causing that fumble. Bears get on it, and we're going to get the short field. 9 minutes left to go in the half.
Davis drops back, looks past, got Smallish, throws it short.
Oh, we're going to give it right back.
Give it right back, intercepted. That's the one he's got to loft up a little higher and let Armin go get it.
Yeah, right there. That was the 17 that we don't have on the roster. But here's a little bit better look at that kick return and that tackle. Right there, McCarthy gets down low, and Aiden Trammell reaching around, punches that ball out. Brody Phelps able to get on it.
Spencer County ball on the 2.
I mean, I don't mind the call Coach Marksbury made. Usually those quick, all of a sudden, possession changes. You can take a quick strike. Just needs to be thrown up a little higher for Amari to go get it. It definitely leaves Henry County buried with a long way to go.
And off to Ray. Going to fall forward to about the 5. Pick up a 3. Second down and 7.
Coach Wright right there just looking for a little bit of room. If he
get out of the shadow of that goalpost.
Yeah, he's trying to get a little bit of space for his offense to operate. He knows he can't go to Ray every single snap of the ball or the defense is going to key on him. But using him right there to allow him to attack with other weapons, that's what he's trying to do.
Time up the middle. I believe that is Ward kept the ball that time. He's going to get to about the 9.
Yeah, Ward took that snap, and I mean, he looked to the outside first, but kind of kept his eyes upfield. Tried to cut it back, had a little bit of a seam right there. It closed down pretty quick, but still gives them third and manageable on this down, 3rd and 4.
Trying to draw the Bears offside.
Might be seeing a little bit of a blitz coming from that right side, too, here, Bo. Want to get a timeout.
Timeout, Coach Wright.
Didn't like what he seen, but when he tried to draw him right there, you had McCarthy and Kropp both on that right side, on that weak side, and both of them looked like they were ready to come upfield. And Coach Wright didn't really like what he saw with that. I mean, that's one of those things. If he had something set up for a counter or a quarterback who's a keeper or a boot or something like that, he could have really had a lot of problems with that pressure. And so Spencer County in a good spot right here, opportunity to be able to shut down the Wildcats on 3rd down and force a punt and still retain good field position. It's not going to be quite as good as when they got the fumble on the kickoff, but if we can keep that ball on this side of the field, it really goes a long way to help our offense to be able to punch it in. And our defense here gets a stop here, gets them off the field. That's just as important as anything else. It keeps them fresh. You mentioned earlier, Bo, about Noah Kropp and Brody Phelps rotating in at fullback, and that's one thing that really helps those two. They're both on the field defensively, and so to give them that opportunity to have that rest, to be able to not be on the field for every snap of the offensive ball, it really goes a long way to keep them in this game and fresh.
And off to Ray. Tries to sneak his way through. Gets the first down. Across the 15 to about the 16-yard line.
Yeah, and just the good hard run that we see on that. And it's not rocket science. I don't know if we have a Country Mart Instant replay for that, but the guard, follow the guard. I mean, the guard, he's 62. He's pulling around that side, bleeding through that hole. And if you're a linebacker, you've got to be able to see that, have that vision for that to be able to attack downhill.
Play going to get up next to the 20. It'd be Ward on the keeper.
So let's look at this last play, though, where Ray was able to pick up that first down. And just watch this guard. I'm sorry, it's actually, the guard comes across. 51 was his number. Sealing that off on the inside where Brody Phelps was trying to come down. Brody can't be the only one coming down and attacking on that. You see that guard coming around, you have to be able to get to that hole. Follow that guard, he'll take you to the ball.
Again, handoff to Ray. Hit immediately.
Not a lot there. Paxton Truitt getting up.
No gain on the carry. Stop made by the Bears. Coming up third and
Rick Paxton was that first initial contact as Ray tried to come this way. He attacked downhill.
3rd and 6.
Henry County not in any hurry at all right here. 10 seconds on the play clock.
This time Ward rolls out the pass. Ryan Toby. That's going to be a big 10-yard loss.
Look at Ryan Toby
untouched.
Firing off the ball, running from his stance. The offense could not do anything to get in position to be able to shut down number 30. Able to get to Ward, get him down. Going to bring a 4th and 13, 4th and 14, and it's going to force the Wildcats to punt. And we're back in that spot again, Bo, what I was talking about a little bit ago. Spencer County, opportunity to have some great field position to start this next possession.
Noah Kropp standing at the Henry County 38-yard line. He fields it at the 40, slips and falls, and that's where the Bears will take over.
Nothing wrong with that. There's a little bit of pride maybe lost on that one and the fact that he slipped down, but still, you're talking about a time of night right now. Dew's starting to settle a little bit. It's going to get a little bit slicker, but still, just a great job. When you have a punt like that where a team is that buried in their own end zone kicking the ball, you're at the 40-yard line, get possession of the ball. That's the main thing. As long as you catch that thing clean, you're still giving us a great spot to start.
Davis, handoff, goes to Green. Going to get across the 35, down to the 33-yard line. Pickup of 7.
8-yard carry for Jake Green. Coming up 2nd and 2.
2nd and 3 now for Spencer County. Jake Green, good hard run, though, Bo. I like that. I liked how he cut up that hole, was able to get upfield, positive yardage, giving us second and really some options right here.
This time, handoff goes to Smalley around the end. It's going to come back. Smalley's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown, but let's see. There's a flag on the play. That's going to be a hold.
Yep. We're going to have a hold over there on the right tackle. I believe he's number 63, Cole Williams, the junior. Going to bring that one back. Back him up 10 yards, and we'll reset and do it again.
Holding on the Bears. 10-yard penalty. Replay.
That was a little wrinkle there, John, that we hadn't seen.
Yeah, like that. You know, you get all that pre-snap motion with that wing tee. You have the jet motion, the swing motion, the different things happening. Linebackers trying to follow where everybody's going, where the ball's going, and all of a sudden you have that extra receiver out on the outside that's coming around. And if you're not paying attention, really probably only the corner really noticed what he was doing, and then it was out of the corner of his eye. Seen him going around, and you get those lead blockers out there. That's something the Bears will come back to.
And off to Green. Same play as earlier. Got about the same yardage out of it. We'll get across the 40 to about the 36-yard line.
Good run there. Going to bring up 3rd and 6. You know, picked up about 8 on that carry. And like you said, Bo, about the same thing he did before, 7-8 yards. And gives us a 3rd and somewhat manageable here. This is something to where Coach Marksberry has some options, because I do believe two-down territory.
Two-down territory, absolutely.
You've got 2 downs to pick up these 6-7 yards.
Davis rolls out, looks to pass, tries to hit Crop. It's incomplete.
Pass falls incomplete. Coming up 4th and 6.
That was there too, Bo. Reagan Powell for linebacker for Henry County, getting a little bit of pressure there on Keon Davis. Kind of disrupted that a little bit. Keon not able to set his feet to be able to make that pass like he wanted to. A little bit out front of Noah Crop, but still, like we had said, 4th and 7-ish, somewhere in that range. We knew this was 4-down territory. Let's see what Coach Marksberry pulls out for this play.
Ryan Toby out wide to the left. Try to go back to Armin, and he's going to take a loss. No, still on his feet. Had 1 minute. Wildcat dove on him after he was out of bounds. No call.
No call.
Be turnover on downs for the Bears.
2:57 left to go in the half. Of course, Spencer County, they did win the toss, deferred the choice of the second half, so they'll receive the ball to start the second half. I don't want to call it desperation point for Henry County, but if you're Coach Wright over there, Bo, you're looking at this as a spot where you really need to try to put some points on the board before half.
And off to Clark. Drives across the 45 to the 46. Pick up a 5.
Stop made by Aiden Channel. 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5.
That's going to get the clock running right there. Both coaches, 2 timeouts left.
Again to Clark. Tries to go around the left side. Cuts back. Going to get close to the midfield. If it's at midfield, it's a first down.
No,
got one a little short. The other one's at midfield.
Yeah, he needed to get just beyond.
I think they're going to call it.
They're going to be 3rd down.
3rd and inches.
Boy, it's cooling off to a pretty night out here, though.
Ward keeps it himself. Drives across midfield down to about the 44-yard line.
Made by Mall Bears. That's good for Henry County first down. Coming up 1st and 10 from the Bears 44.
Clock now under 2 minutes here. Get the chain set. The officials will fire that clock.
Clark moving before the snap, no flag. Gets hit by Brody Phelps and drugged down about the 43-yard line.
See, this is something that you got to think about if you're Coach Mike Wright. The fact that you have an offense that you're getting some positive yards out of these plays. Even this last one, it wasn't much. It was only 1 yard. But they're not really running anything to the boundary, Bo. They're not getting to the sideline. And so when you start looking at clock, and we're under 1:15 now, and you only have those 2 timeouts, you got to find a way to ask your offense to help you.
Ward keeps it himself. Going to drive forward to about the 36-yard line. It'll be just a little short.
Carry coming up 3rd and 2.
We go under a minute.
It'll be 3rd and a long one.
Time to look to pass.
Oh, and he's
got
caught.
down.
That was big right there. Big.
Aiden Trammell.
And you're going to force a timeout by Henry County to be able to stop the clock. 36.7 seconds left. Big play there by
Loss
the Bears.
of 8 on the play.
Not only a big play as in it forced that timeout, now we're sitting here looking at a 4th and 10 for the Wildcats. You pretty well know they're I would imagine, going to run a play. And they're going to probably try to run a play that's on the ground to where even if they don't pick up the first down, they're going to try to chew up some clock. They're not going to do anything. Of course, the change of possession is going to stop the clock, give the Bears some time. But still, you figure after they run that play, you might be sitting somewhere around 28, 29 seconds left to go in the half, which I imagine at that point Coach Marksberry probably would just kneel on it, depending on what happens, depending on where the ball is. Probably just kneel on it, get to the locker room, knowing that they're coming out and getting the ball to start the second half. But still, huge play there, getting to the quarterback, being able to sack him. And it's really got Henry County backed up against the wall here.
Two out wide to the right, one to the left. Ward from the gun, drops back, looks to pass. Now he's going to tuck it and run. He's going to get across the 45 to about the 43-yard line. Pick up of 2.
I was about a second off. We got about 30 seconds left to go.
Cameron Roy with the stop.
Again, the Bears in the backfield quick there, John.
Yep. Spencer County will take over there. Turnover on down to the 44, and you got to ask, do you do something here, Bo? Do you run a play that's might be a conservative call type of a play, but maybe stands a chance of breaking something, see what happens? If you get somebody, say like a Caleb Higdon, Jake Green, we saw it earlier with Armin Smalley coming around the side. You get something like that that's not a very dangerous play to run, have a huge positive gain, then you're cooking with something right there. Maybe you get an opportunity to put some points on before half.
And off to Green. Green across midfield.
Oh,
still
look
on
at
his
this.
feet. Across the 40, going to go down about the 38-yard line.
I call timeout. Marksberry is. Calls his second timeout. Now we've got something. We're working. That's what I wanted to see. Safe play right there. Jake Green, of course, coming up. He's got a little bit of a limp right there. I think he'll be all right as he's just trying to work something out of his ankle right there. But still, coming to the sideline and definitely going to be a few questions asked. But good hard run there. Safe play by the Spencer County Bears, giving the ball to him. Nice, easy hole on the outside, able to break a few tackles, get that large chunk yardage that he was able to get. And, Bo, now, if you're Coach Marksberry, you still got a timeout left, 22 and a half seconds left, and you got a pretty good leg standing on the sideline in Jackson Brown.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, unless you break another big play like that, and get down, maybe you get down, you try to get out of bounds or something like that. But you do have that one timeout. You don't have to rush that kick team out onto the field if you don't want to.
Well, and this is what's being talked about in the huddle right now for the Bears is if you do have that big gain, if you do have that opportunity that you're getting to a spot, you need to stop the clock. You pick up a first down on this play, next play, whenever it happens, preferably this play. Offense has got to get up, get to the ball, and down that football, and gives you an opportunity maybe to run a play or two before you have to send Jackson out on the field.
1st and 10 for the Bears. It's time to hand off up the middle. Crop still digging. He's going to get across the 35 to about the 33-yard line.
Try to down it. There we go. 8.7 seconds left. You have time for a strike right here.
Now, do you put one in the end zone?
I do. I'm sitting here. We're talking 3rd down, so we still have the next down. We have an opportunity on even an incompletion to where we're 4th down, opportunity to send Jackson Brown out for a long field goal attempt. I take that shot. It's got to happen fast, though. This is something to where I'm trying to get to the end zone. The ball might not be thrown to the end zone, but that's definitely what's trying to happen. I want to work the outsides. I definitely want to throw the football. You still have that timeout in your pocket, but whatever happens here has to happen fast.
Drops back to pass. Throws it up in there. Smalley running under it.
Touchdown, Bears! And that's a dagger right there.
Good call, Coach.
I come up with a good one every once in a while, don't I?
33-yard strike. I mean, Harmon caught that in stride for the touchdown. Jackson on for the PAT. Kick is up, and it is good. With 3 seconds left to go in the first half, Bears lead 20-0 as we look here on our Country Mart instant replay.
So let's look at the Country Mart instant replay, or did we just
looked at it.
I just missed it. It happened that fast. I mean, we're talking about 8 seconds left. 8 seconds left on that. And that's how quick it happened. But you see, even looking at the clock on your screen right there, 3 seconds left. That's what I was talking about. You had that opportunity. Take that shot. Even if Armin caught that ball short of the end zone, was tackled, you had time to get that timeout, get Jackson Brown out there in for that field goal attempt. But I tell you what.
Been a 50-yarder, but you give it a shot.
Keon Davis, though, I'm telling you what, he put that ball on a dime. If you would have stuck a trash can out there in that end zone and had him back here roll out and make that pass, I mean, he dumped it right in the trash can.
No doubt going to be a low squib kick here.
Oh, I'm definitely doing a squib kick. You want to get the clock running if you're the Bears. See if you can end the half right here on this kickoff.
And that's what he does. Fielded by Clark at the 33. Time has expired. And he goes down at the 39 by Aiden Trammell. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half.
Aiden Trammell with the tackle. That'll take us into halftime. 20-0.
So we're going to sit here. Of course, Marksbury's going to get his troops together there, the little huddle before they go to the locker room. We got Blaine back with us tonight. For those of you who've been around with us for a while, Blaine Print over here on the sideline reporting tonight with the microphone. Give Marksbury an opportunity to wander his way down there. Sometimes we see him go get a drink first, but he's going to work his way down there, and we'll definitely get an opportunity to see what he thinks about that first half, see what he thinks about the response of the Bears defense. And, Bo, I really, truly want to hear about that call for that touchdown at the end. Let's see what Blaine's got for him here. Coach Marksbury coming up with him right now.
Coach, great way to end the first half there, and we're hearing from our commentators up there. How gutsy is that call to end the half?
Well, I mean, the first one we threw to him, it was just it was a little bit tighter on the field, so he didn't want to throw it out of the back of the end zone, so he just didn't really cut it loose. And on that one, he was able to cut it loose, and he throws a great football. And look, we were just us. We were just being us. We were a little bit disappointed with the way they moved the ball on us, but we bended or bent, but didn't break, and we just kept staying with it. But the thing about it was, we did some good stuff, and the kids accepted the coaching and everything like that as far as making some adjustments. I'll tell you a big thing too, is we have Aiden Trammell back, and you don't make excuses, but the game against Collins, he got the illegal block and took him out of that game, and then we didn't have him last week. And I'm just telling you right now, that dude's a stud, and he's a stud on special teams. He's a stud on defense, and we haven't had him the last 2 weeks, and that's a big deal. So, and we're super excited we got him back tonight. So he's a difference maker.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach, and thank you, Blaine. And John, let's go to the half. Spencer County leads Henry County 20-0. We'll be right back on GHP Sports.
I'm Kelly Hubbock.
And I'm Angie Robbins.
I'm Derek Jewell, and we're local agents with Brown Realty based right here in Spencer County.
Spencer County isn't just where we work. It's where we live, raise our families, and invest in our future.
Our kids go to school here. We shop local, support our small businesses, and are proud to be active members of this community.
We know this town, every back road, every neighborhood, and every familiar face. We're proud to serve our friends and neighbors with real estate guidance they can trust.
Whether you're buying, selling, or just need honest advice, we're here to help today and for years to come.
We're your local team,
Rooted in Spencer County.
and ready to work for you.
Country Mart in Taylorsville has the finest selection of freshly butchered meats, produce, and all of the other ingredients to make your mealtime a victory. If you're running short on time or just don't feel like cooking, Country Mart is the only place in Taylorsville to get delicious Champs chicken. Dine in or take it to go. Your family will love it. Make sure to use your Country Mart card to save on food and earn points at the pump. Country Mart, your local grocery, proudly serving Taylorsville and all of Spencer County for over 50 years.
Who is Thoroughbred Asset Management?
We are local financial professionals for local people. We are your hometown coaches.
You'll see us at your school ball games, your church functions, our local chamber events.
Investing in Thoroughbred Asset Management means investing in you. We are community members with the goal of helping others. We know you work hard for your money. Let Thoroughbred Asset Management help plan a retirement strategy that works for you. We have access to all types of investment options and will form a plan that fits your individual needs. We have the tools and strategies we need to help make your goals become a reality.
SCHS loves our teachers, and they love us. As future educators, we wanted to show them off through this TikTok video as they answer the question, what is your why? The teaching and learning pathway consists of 4 dual credit courses through Campbellsville University beginning students' junior year. These courses are Intro to Teaching, Human Development and Learning, Teaching with Technology, and Diverse Learners. Through these classes, students have an opportunity to teach in other schools in Spencer County, developing their leadership, communication, and problem-solving skills. Students get to learn about and use state-of-the-art technology that are used in education, such as a Promethean, video technology, educational gaming systems, iPads, and MacBooks. We have also had a variety of guest speakers, including Ms. Waller, Mr. Todd Russell, Dr. Foster, Ed Sedlock, people from OVEC, and also from KDE, to share their own teaching experiences and the importance of the impact that they have on their students. We have taken many field trips to OVEC in Louisville, the Spencer County Extension Office, and Campbellsville University to widen our perspectives on teaching and to deepen our understanding of how to apply the skills we've learned in class in real life. Educators Rising is the CTSO associated with the teaching and learning pathway. We currently have over 20 members, which has grown significantly from our just 5 members 3 years ago. In Educators Rising, students have the opportunity to compete and go to session at NKU in November for the projects we've been working on for the past few months. In March, students will then compete in Louisville at the state competition. If they are successful there, we will have the opportunity to go to Portland, Oregon this summer to compete at nationals. Last year, nearly 10 students qualified for nationals, one even placing 3rd in their section. Educators Rising loves Spencer County and wants to give back. Among many other community service projects, we host the annual Trick or Treat event and can't wait to see the huge turnout this year. Overall, one of the main priorities of this pathway is to create teacher leaders. Students have so many opportunities to develop and grow their leadership skills. They present in class, coach each other on their projects and teaching opportunities, recruit members, and provide professional development for teachers. We hope to see you in our pathway next year.
Here's some of the sports action we had going on this week at Spencer County. We kick off the athletic week on Monday, where girls soccer hosted Eastern High School, where they dominated, winning 6-2. On Tuesday, boys soccer traveled to face the Knights of Marion County, where they took a tough loss, 0-4. Moving to Wednesday, where girls soccer picked up right where they left off on Monday, where they traveled to Grant County and took home the win, 4-2. Also on Wednesday, volleyball had their first game of the week, where they traveled to Fern Creek and got a good win, 2-0. And to end the athletic week on Thursday, boys soccer hit the road again to face the Rockets of Shelby County, where they fell 0-3. Additionally, on Thursday, volleyball hosted Collins, where they fell 1-3. Make sure to tune into all the sports going around in our school to show support. Thank you.
Are you looking for a reputable shop to take care of your ride? Stop by Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center, offering all manner of body and mechanical work to keep your vehicle looking and performing at its best. Conveniently located at 910 Taylorsville Road in Taylorsville, or find us on the web at Dougherty'sBodyShop.com. Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center. Big or small, we fix it all.
Country Mart in Taylorsville has the finest selection of freshly butchered meats, produce, and all of the other ingredients to make your mealtime a victory. If you're running short on time or just don't feel like cooking, Country Mart is the only place in Taylorsville to get delicious Champs chicken. Dine in or take it to go. Your family will love it. Make sure to use your Country Mart card to save on food and earn points at the pump. Country Mart, your local grocery, proudly serving Taylorsville and all of Spencer County for over 50 years.
Hello, I'm Sean Willard, Principal Auctioneer, Broker, and Co-owner of the H. Berry Smith Realtors and Auctioneers. I'm a third-generation auctioneer, been in business over 20 years, and learned the business as a young boy under my mentor, Barry Smith, my grandfather, Bill Willard, my father, Paul, and my current business owner and partner, Jimmy Willard, my uncle. I've learned over the 20 years in being in the auction business that most auctions come with a problem or situation that needs to be solved. Let our experience and national exposure be your solution to all your auction needs. Give us a call today.
Welcome back to Spencer County High School for our halftime show, John. Got about 5.5 minutes here before the teams come back out on the field. Good first half by the Spencer County Bears. And I like what Coach Marksbury said down there. We were being us.
Yeah.
You know, we ran the football. We done the things that we wanted to do running the football, and they got in that one spot. Got that pass off to Armin Smalley, who we know can go out and get those.
He can. But, you know, a few mistakes. You know, we talked about it during the game where we had the mental mistakes on those first two possessions of Henry County where we had the offsides penalties, had the one holding call on Spencer County that backed us up a little bit.
That was big because that was a touchdown.
It was. And so to be able to take that off the board, I mean, it really does. And then, of course, that ended up being a turnover possession. Yeah. I mean, it was, on fourth down, went for it and didn't get it, turned the ball over. Didn't hurt, obviously, on the scoreboard, but at the time, those are the types of mistakes that I'm sure the coaches in the locker room at halftime are really going to be trying to address, especially those offsides penalties. Those are mental mistakes you cannot have. But, Bo, I think you got some stats over there maybe that we could look at real quick if you want to ring those up.
Yeah, Spencer County ran 22 plays in the first half for 203 total yards. They were 19 rushes for 171 yards. Davis was 1 of 3 for 32 yards, and on that touchdown pass to Armin Smalley. 1 of 3 on third down, 1 of 1 on fourth down. And then Henry County ran 27 plays, for 63 total yards. 24 rushes for those 63 yards. Ward is 0 for 1 through there. They were 5 of 7, John, on third down, and that's something I am sure the coaches are talking about in the locker room right now, getting that defense off the field on third down.
Yeah,
0 for 2 on fourth down. Individually, Jake Green, 7 rushes for 51 yards. Keon Davis, 4 for 49. Caleb Higdon, 2 for 39. Noah Kropp, 4 for 26. And Phelps, 1 for 10. A big third down run to get the first down for the Bears. And for Henry County, that pretty much their whole offense. Ray, who we talked about coming into the game, had 359 yards last week against Western Hills.
Yep.
He's got 9 rushes for 31 yards so far, and the quarterback Ward 11 for 36.
And really, a lot of it boils down to what you were talking about with these possessions. Matt Wright, he's got to find a way to be able to convert on third down, and also has to find a way to shut down the Bears on third down if they're going to be able to, get us off the field and sustain drives themselves. 63 total yards of offense for the Henry County Wildcats. I mean, that is a star in the crown for Spencer County. We're talking about a team that come in that just absolutely was just chunk yardage after chunk yardage after chunk yardage on some of these plays. And I think, Coach Marksbury said it well with that bend, not break type of an attitude that the Bears have had, that they've been able to allow to give a little bit, stood tall when they needed to. And, other than a few things, of course, we had that intercepted pass where we tried that quick strike down to Smalley. The few penalties here and there. Spencer County playing a pretty clean first half. I mean, you've got to be happy with that. We talked about it with our keys to the game with, the chin-up type of an attitude. After taking a loss to a team like Kentucky Country Day, who's as good as they are, and a team that, like you said, Bo, will more than likely be in Kroger Field at come the end of the season, Commonwealth. Let's call it what it's supposed to be called, Commonwealth Stadium at the end of the season. And for the 1A championship, to play them that well, to play them that hard and take a loss, it can be hard on you as a team. It's just you're fighting, you get that letdown at the end. And the Bears have responded, and they've responded well. They've cleaned up a lot of stuff on the special teams, and they've also went out there with an attitude this week, Bo, that they're going to punch them in the mouth, and they're going to keep punching until Henry County doesn't want to fight anymore.
You can see the changes in the special teams so far. I mean, he's not kicked it long.
No.
You hear people talk all the time, outkicked our coverage.
Yep.
And that may have happened a couple times last week. And he's brought those kicks, kind of putting it around the 20, 25-yard line instead of trying to pin them down inside the 5.
That saying, though, usually refers to guys like you and me with our wives, that we've outkicked our coverage and, married up. And, we have. But still, it's just one of those things that I like your analogy tying it to football, though. Kind of gives it that manly angle, too.
It is Future Bears night here tonight, so you did get to see some of that on your TV. So always a fun night, one of my favorite nights of the year. They do it for basketball also, and they have the cheerleaders and the football team, the Stallions, come out, and then you have the youth league in basketball during basketball season come out and do that. It's always fun to see the crowd that it brings. I mean, the whole track down there, John, was lined up with moms with their phones out and taking pictures of their kids out there on the field. I had a couple kids out there doing the worm.
They were. But I tell you what, the excitement that just encompasses these Spencer County Bears is what brings that on. I know I've said it over and over again. This is my saying. This is what I like to say. This is what I truly believe, that winning breeds winning. And so when you have a team like Spencer County who's regularly going to the playoffs, not only going to the playoffs, but winning a few rounds, getting to second, third round of the playoffs, it brings a lot of excitement to the community. And these youth, they see that. They want to emulate that. I mean, these are heroes to a lot of these young kids, these guys out here on Friday night and what they're doing. And they want to be a part of that. They want to feel that. And so it encourages these youth to want to be involved with the Stallions, want to be involved with the Grizzlies. And it brings up this talent. I mean, we're looking right now at a 4A school with Spencer County, and we've got a good-sized roster right here. I mean, compared to a 3A, I know they just dropped a 3A. But, I mean, we're talking twice the people on the roster that a team who is high 3A and Henry County has. And that is coming from that excitement. That's coming from what this team has been able to do throughout the years and how it's drawn that youth into wanting to be part of it.
Yeah, you look at this Spencer County roster. I mean, there's a lot of freshmen. There's a lot of sophomores on this roster. It's not just, hey, we got a one flash in the pan, one good class coming through. It's year after year after year, and we talk about this a lot me and you will talk at the end of the year, man, I don't know how they're going to replace this guy, or I don't know how they're going to do this. And it got to the point, we've been doing this now for about 5 or 6 years. We don't doubt them anymore.
No.
I mean, they're doing the right things at the middle school level.
That's right.
They're learning this offense, and when they come over here, they've already got the verbiage. They already know what they're doing, and it's just a matter of Coach Marksbury taking them that next step.
Yeah, you make it just a little bit more complex. You add those few more wrinkles to the offense that they didn't have at that lower level. But, I mean, we're talking about freshmen on this team for the Spencer County Bears this year that were members of the Stallions when – we saw the likes of like Cam Cardwell, Gabe Bowling, who you mentioned earlier, and these guys being in the third round of the playoffs, going down to Russellville to play at Logan County, and, seeing that. And also the next year, seeing the team go out to Paducah Tillman for that third round and play that game and the excitement that came from all that. They want to be a part of that. I mean, everybody wants to be part of something that has that kind of positive energy behind it, and this is starting from the top. I credit our coaches. I credit Coach Marksbury, Coach Eldridge, all the assistant coaches for the attitude and drive that they have and being involved with these boys, keeping these boys interested, and keeping them in a spot and giving them opportunities to win these games. Winning, again, Bo, it's always going to breed winning.
Henry County will kick off to start the second half.
You got to flop the field here, though. We got players. That's simply, Spencer County, of course, they deferred the choice. So
they are actually not going to use Ray to kick off, John. They're going to use James Dunaway, who is the offensive tackle. Ray is on the field, though.
Yeah, Ray is on the far side of the field over there by the sideline, which makes you wonder what direction are they going to kick it. It also makes you wonder when Ray usually does the kicking duties, are we going to see something a little bit funky right
kick
here?
Right here. You do have your hands team, looks like. You've got Clark and Ray and also Herrick on this side of the field. Green and Smalley back deep. It is an onside kick. I don't know if it was meant to be, but
I think it was.
After the onside attempt,
but that was
Jeffrey Blancett there.
Falls on that at midfield. Good field position starts second half.
And good coaching there again. And like I said, it starts at the top. Of course, these coaches knew something was up. Ray wasn't lined up to kick the ball. They made sure their guys wasn't just sitting there watching that kicker come forward and take off running back to be able to form that middle wedge for the block. They actually were eyes on that football the entire time, ready for that to happen.
Handoff up the middle. Green got a lot of room. Still on his feet.
Oh, man.
Falls down at the 24-yard line. 26-yard pickup for Jake Green.
Quick strike right there from the Bears. I mean, that was one of those little inside handoffs that just happened in the blink of an eye. Linebackers not able to adjust to be able to get to that hole and try to shut him down. Left the safety corner, both of them out there on kind of an island a little bit to see if they could make that stop, and that little shoestring tackle tripped him up, or we'd be looking at 6.
This time, handoff goes to Green again. He's going to get forward to about the 19-yard line. We do have a flag.
Kind of interested to see what this is. It looked like it came in on the tackle.
Face mask.
Yeah, it's not the personal foul. 5-yard face mask.
On the Wildcats.
That's what I wondered. We just couldn't see it from our angle up here. I didn't want to call that early. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty tacked on. Still going to bring up the 2nd and 1.
Hand off this time to Phelps. Running over people. Down to about the 6-yard line.
And Bo already. You see hands on hips for the Henry County Wildcats. Heads down. You know, they came out after that halftime. I'm sure Matt Wright making an adjustment with his assistant coaches, trying to do things. And I mean, Spencer County's just slugging them in the mouth right now and just taking the wind out of them.
First and goal. And off to Crop. Met immediately. Might take a loss of a yard there. I believe they're going to give him back to the line of scrimmage.
I think so, too.
No gain on the play. Coming up, second and goal.
Second and goal to go for the Bears.
Phelps back in for Crop.
Play clock's got to be running down here a little bit. Marksbury even changing the play now.
Hand up by the back official. This time, handoff around the end. Green. Driving to the goal line.
They're going to mark him short. They're going to have him just inches away from that goal line, Bo. It, from our point of view, looked like that ball broke the plane, but it's kind of hard to see where his knee was down and where the ball was at the same time from up here.
Tush push.
I think
Bear
so.
crawl. Nope.
He's
Give it
in.
in.
Touchdown, Bears!
Jake Green.
Nice to see that young man get on the scoreboard again. I know it was kind of tough sledding for him the last couple of weeks. I mean, he is definitely one of the best backs in the Louisville area and just needs to get that ball fed to him, needs to get across that end zone. Just a great job by him. A little shout-out to his grandparents, actually. Came up and saw us when we were up there at the Team Up North game and introduced themselves. Really appreciated seeing them come from North Carolina, be able to support Jake. And if you're at home watching us right now, we give you a little hello from Taylorsville.
Extra point is good by Brown. With 9:31 left to go in the third, Spencer County leads 27-0.
So we look at the Country Mart instant replay of that touchdown, and I really think this is what this was. Is Coach Marksbury wanted to give Jake that opportunity to cross that plane of the end zone with the football, get that score on there. 27-0 now for the Bears, and honestly, Bo, if you're a Henry County Wildcat, that touchdown there, that hurt. You know, you get that 4-score lead like this, and that's difficult to come back from, especially when you're a team that likes to focus on running the football like the Bears do. You know, we look at the wing T offense of the Bears, and we say it's a type of offense that you don't typically have the ability to come back from a large deficit with, because you're doing these 3, 4, 5-yard runs, and you're eating up a lot of clock. And Henry County, even though they might spread it out a little bit more from time to time, we'll see the twins, we'll see the trips, we'll see different formations like that. They still are a run-first type of an offense, and when you have that, you just don't have a lot of time left in the second half to come back.
Kick fielded at the 20. It's going to go down about the 29-yard line.
Jeffrey Branson couldn't stop, and the Wildcats take over first and 10 from their own 29-yard line.
First and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 39-yard line. Twins out to the right. Hand off to Ray.
Not much.
Get to about the 30. Pick up maybe a yard. And, John, you talk about that running and chewing the clock and stuff like that. We're at the point now with 9 minutes left. Do they even have 4 possessions left?
And that's a really good question. You know, you're at a point where going into halftime, we mentioned, you know, Coach Matt Wright was going to have to be looking at those third downs. He's going to have to be looking at getting off the field on third down with his defense, but he's going to have to be able to convert the third downs on offense. And if they can't keep these possessions alive, it's going to be real difficult.
Low snap. That's blown up from the beginning. Ward may have got a yard out of that.
Yeah, and our TCC player to watch, Jacob Goodlett, in there. Wrap him up and throw him down for no gain. Ryan Toby going to come in for Paxton Truitt on this play. Try to get a little bit of pressure here. Of course, we saw this earlier from Toby. Shot out of a cannon from that defensive end spot to be able to get a sack on Ward earlier in the game.
3rd and 8. Tom Ward looks to pass out into the flat. Gets it to Clark. Clark out of bounds about the 35-yard line. They're going to give him the 36. Still going to be about 3 yards short.
Yeah, and you got to leave your offense on the field. You know, you mentioned it, the way these offenses work, the way that clock's going to move. If you're Matt Wright, I mean, you're throwing it all in right now.
They're actually going to give him the 37.
Bring up about a 4th and 2, long 2-ish. We'll call it 3 because we're on defense and it sounds better.
I like that.
You like that? All right. Fair enough. And we're going to have trips out here to the left.
No, we've got Ray lined up in the Wildcat. Trips out to the right. Nope. Switched on me.
Oh,
Ward.
Ryan Toby. Nothing doing coming from that defensive end spot again. Him and Jacob Goodlett both converging on Ward right there to make that tackle. Going to turn the ball over 34-yard line. The loss of a few yards on that play.
35-yard line.
And the Bears are going to have the football again. See, now this is where the wing T comes to play, Bo. This is where it's really going to do a lot for the Bears because Spencer County, you can expect a steady dose of running the football from the Bears, keeping that clock moving. We're just looking to chew the clock up now and get out of here. Oh, and
going to pass.
Going to call me a liar.
Out in the flat. Across the 20.
Oh, look at that block.
Into the end zone.
Touchdown, Bears! Boy, they got me on that one. I might have called the pass earlier, but I wasn't looking for it there. Noah Kropp with a good run after catch. And Bo.
Keeping the offense on the field to go for 2 here to get the running clock.
No, they've actually, no, they got Jackson out there. You don't rub salt in the wound. I like this call.
And that kick is up and good. 7:09 left to go in the third. Spencer County 34, Henry County 0.
Let's check out this Country Mart instant replay. And we talked helmet stickers before for Armin Smalley and what he was able to do blocking on the outside. Watch Caleb Higdon running that drag across the middle of the field, able to get to that corner on the outside and hit that block and really sprung Kropp to where he was able to get those last 10, 12 yards. Great block by Caleb Higdon. Helmet sticker for him. If I'm coach, that's playing and playing hard right there. Good job there by the Bears. Easy little pitch and catch. Spencer County now up 34-0.
Davis now, John. Last 2 passes been right on the money.
They have been. And, you know, it was really a good call there. If I was Coach Matt Wright, I would have been expecting a run there. I was expecting a run. I called it from up here. The Bears attacking him when he wasn't quite ready to throw a few more points on the board.
This side of the field this time. Fielded at the 23.
Oh!
Taking that ball's
loose. Henry County back on it.
Mari got that one. He came in with a great trade.
Camden
Clark.
Country Mart instant replay of this. Clark fields the ball clean, and as he's coming up, I mean, you hit high, you hit low. And
Ari McCarthy.
Yeah. Good
He is
things
always
are gonna
that guy, first one down the field looking to hit somebody.
Fearless. Well, you talked about how many possessions they were going to get. I mean, that was a quick one from the Bears. So Henry County still with an opportunity, Bo, but they're going to have to move that ball fairly quickly.
Ray spins off of one tackle, gets across the 30 to about the 33. Picks up 4. Be second down and 6.
Better leave now before you get on that traffic.
What now?
Better leave now before you get on that traffic.
I know, it might be bad.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's more so these children I gotta get them. Yes, that's what I'm hoping to hear.
Again to Ray. Up the middle. Makes a couple people miss. Gets the first down. Up to about the 42.
This is what we
Pick
talked
up
about.
Of 9.
You know, looking at him as one of our Taylorsville Community Church players to watch, you know, he is a load. He's a hard guy to bring down, and they're going to try to run him between the tackles. It's just one of those things that, like you asked, is there enough time? Is there going to be enough possessions for Henry County to even work their way back into this game with an offense that moves effectively like this?
Ray again, this time slips. Maybe lost a couple on that. No, got back to the line of scrimmage. I do have a Henry clip.
And
he's up.
Getting up. He hurting a little bit, but he got up. That was number 54.
Tyler Mitchell.
Yep. Still trying to stretch it out a little bit over there, but going to gut it out. Of course, we already know starting center out of this game for Henry County.
2nd and 10. This time Ward keeps it himself.
Oh, Brody Phelps.
Not fooled by that.
Get the penetration and the tackle.
I mean, coming up big from his linebacker spot. I said it about Ryan Toby. It's the same thing with Brody. Fired out of a cannon right here, getting through that gap in the line and able to make that tackle. Bringing up a 3rd and 10 now for the Henry County Wildcats.
If you had a solid offensive line in front of him, he would be dangerous.
So we drop down to 5 minutes left to go in the 3rd. Still a good crowd here tonight, Bo. It's always one of my concerns when we have the Future Bear night. You know, some people decide they want to pack up and leave, but
backside pass to Clark. We're going to get a flag come in late.
We're going to get a holding, I think, out here on number 18, Trevor Coffey.
No, it's a sideline warning.
I don't know if it is.
It's what one flag is.
We are going to have the hold.
Yep.
Against Henry County. I don't think there was a sideline warning. Still going to be 3rd down. Going to back them up 10 yards. And they are going to give a sideline warning, but that will not be offsetting. That is a warning on the Bears for the first one, so will not be offsetting penalties. Holding will stand for the Wildcats, backing up, make it 3rd and 20. And Bo,
we've seen this earlier, John. They had the ball like 3rd and short, 3rd and 1, and then they got a holding call.
Yep.
Ended up having to punt, and here they are moving the ball again a little bit.
We're going to get a timeout. Timeout, Henry County. We want to talk about it here. They desperately need this drive to stay alive, and you know, you're at a spot now. We've seen them put the ball up a couple times. Nothing really serious, nothing really going, you know, downfield at all to any receivers. And you and I, of course, everybody knows out there, we get together once a week to watch some film, do some scouting report stuff, everything like that for the opponent Spencer County is going to play that week. And then watching this Henry County team, the few times that we saw Ward go downfield, Bo, he throws that ball up in the air. This is what we were talking about in the pregame. It is, if you have an attacking secondary, it is just asking to be intercepted a lot. And so, you know, his arm strength isn't quite what it needs to be to make that throw. And so, you know, now we're sitting here where they're lining up right now, trips left. Is it going to be something short? Is it going to be a screen and try to pick it up? Or will Ward take that chance and throw the ball downfield? They do run a screen out of this set, though, that we have not seen tonight.
Across the middle, it is incomplete. Ward let go of that, John. He had a face full of J.J. Fisher coming.
Yeah. Well, and Isaiah Smith over here from the corner spot coming across, and great timing from his position to be able to knock that football down just as it got to the receiver. It was a nice post route ran there by the receiver. It's just, too much speed on the outside from Isaiah Smith. Made up a lot of ground right there to be able to just time it just right to knock that football down. Want to bring up a 4th and long in Henry County. They're going to punt the ball. If I'm Spencer County, I'll play it safe here, though.
It's going to go out of bounds about the 43-yard line. See where they mark it.
After pick, the Bears take over from their own 41. First and 10.
Go 41. That's a good call there by Noah Croft to try to not make a play on that ball. Ball bouncing like that, you touch the football, it's live. You never know, is it going to stay in bounds? Henry County be able to jump on it, and that's what I mean, playing it safe. It was two different things. One, you'd make sure that you get possession of that football after the play is over. Two, you also had Amari McCarthy there during that play, sitting at his linebacker spot, spying what was going on in that backfield, making sure it wasn't a fake, making sure it wasn't something where Henry County was going to try to strike, be able to pick up a first down, keep that drive alive. Now the Bears, once again, Bo, opportunity to take some time off this clock. And we see Paxton Truitt coming in now for Keon Davis at quarterback. Still got Caleb Higdon, Noah Kropp, Jake Green in there as the backs. Armin Smalley out wide.
J.J. Fisher now in at fullback. Higdon in motion. Handoff to Fisher. Going to get a couple.
And we have another Henry County player a little slow to get up right there. He is on his feet.
All 3 windows. Lines up to the trailer.
Coach Marksbury content to see that clock moving.
I'm surprised I have anything left.
The Bears here, of course, the rule is, if you've stayed with us before, if you've seen some of our games, 35 points, you hit the running clock. Of course, having missed that extra point earlier, has got us where we're at 34-0.
Green this time in motion. Again, handoff Fisher.
Oh,
Breaks the tackle across the 40 to the 40. And that's where they're going to
stop the forward progress right there.
41-yard line.
And that's good for another
18-yard gain for Fisher.
Now, we talked about this last week before the KCD game. Paxton Truitt was our Taylorsville Community Church player to watch last week. And mentioned the fact he has spent a lot of time training and going to camps to play quarterback, and how much that benefits him on the defensive side of the ball. Plays a great strong safety for the Bears, but having that knowledge and that ability to know what's going on from an opposing offense, that goes a long way to help you make those reads on the defensive side. And then to have somebody like him be able to come in to back up Keon and be able to make these plays, still understand the offense that he's been dealing with for years. He's an excellent player to have for the Bears.
This time, Paxton's going to keep it himself. Tripped up about the 41.
Paxton True with a 5-yard carry. Coming up, 2nd and 5.
36, 5-yard gain. Paxton, you see there, still got that brace on that finger.
Yeah.
Had injured in the preseason when they first started practicing over the summer, and had a little surgery on it.
He hadn't missed game time because of it. He was able to play in that opening game against Louisville Moore, and but did miss some time scrimmaging and things like that, and some practice time early in the season.
Higdon in motion. Hand off to Fisher. And get up to about the 31. Pick up 5 more.
Tackled by Ray there, and seemed like a little bit of frustration on Ray's half when he was
short,
slinging him around a little bit, trying to get him on the ground.
With a 4-yard carry, coming up 3rd and 2.
But 3rd and 2.
Clock continues to tick.
Love having all these fans still here. This is just a great atmosphere on a Friday night.
Enough again this time. Fisher.
Oh, he's got some room.
Gets across the 20 down to about the 16.
Good hard run.
Another 17-yard pickup for J.J. Fisher.
See, and this is one of those guys, Bo, that we're looking at. This is a future guy right here for the Bears and what he's able to do. And, we talked about, when I say future, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said future. This is another guy for the Bears that in the future, if needed, Coach Marksbury has to go to. We talked about Noah Kropp, Brody Phelps being able to rotate in and out of fullback, and now you see this production from another senior in Fisher and what he's able to do up the middle.
Got it again. Breaks a tackle. Looks to get down to about the 6-yard line. 7.
No.
8.
Somewhere in there.
We got one at the 8, one at the 9. Now they're moving to the 9.
Okay. I wonder if they rock, paper, scissors on who's right at that, We're under a minute left to go. They will have to snap the ball one more time before the quarter.
This time again, Fisher spins off of one tackle, gets down to about the 5. That will give them the first down.
Give them the first down. They're going to move the chains. And I would be surprised if we see the ball snapped again before the fourth quarter. Coach Marksbury doing a lot here to give Fisher an opportunity to get into the end zone. Yeah, it looks like they're going to let that clock tick down, Bo.
So that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. Your score, Spencer County 34, Henry County 0. We'll be right back on GHP Sports.
At the end of the third quarter.
Are you looking for a reputable shop to take care of your ride? Stop by Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center, offering all manner of body and mechanical work to keep your vehicle looking and performing at its best. Conveniently located at 910 Taylorsville Road in Taylorsville, or find us on the web at Dougherty'sBodyShop.com. Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center. Big or small, we fix it all.
Welcome back to Spencer County High School, your Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center game of the week. Spencer County leads Henry County 34-0. And, John, while we got a second here, I want to shout out this GHP Sports technical crew, which when you say technical crew, that completely leaves me and you off.
Oh, it does. We do one thing, and we will say that. They hand us the microphone and tell us what button to push. Other than that.
When John and I first got here a little bit after 6, it was touch and go there for a minute. We didn't even know if we was going to be able to get on tonight. We had some issues, and no doubt Charlie and Ryan and the crew there in the trailer, they took care of it. We appreciated everything. And Molly, too. I got to mention Molly. She was eating, though, when I went in there.
Well, dealing with that stress is what that was. But, it's one of those things that, we have the best crew around. People all the time come up to you and I and talk about how much they appreciate what we do in GHP Sports. We are a very, very small part of everything that moves in this.
Truitt keeps it himself.
Touchdown Bears! Paxton Truitt with the quarterback keeper. Able to find that little seam over there in the A-gap on the left side and be able to work up between. Just a great run by him, great vision by him. Easy 6 points for the Bears. And Bo, we're past that magical 35 even without the extra point.
Off
that's
goal post, and that is no good. So your score with 11:55 left to go in the third, Spencer County 40, Henry County nothing.
Country Mart instant replay here, and it really was. Paxton just seeing that gap, able to shoot through that hole and be able to get in for the easy 6 points.
Take care of all your insurance needs.
Spencer County now at a point now they'll kick this ball off, and we will be under the running clock. 11:55 left to go in the ball game, and folks, hold on because it's going to go fast. Getting everybody
Look
lined
at some
up
scores here right
Yep.
quick, John. Another big game tonight, Highlands and Boyle County.
Yeah, that's a
Highlands
doozy.
up 20-14. That game in the third quarter.
Wow.
Bardstown leads Nelson County 14-7 in the third. Corbin and Pulaski County tied at 21 in the third. North Oldham and South Oldham. North leads that game 17-14 in the third.
Another big one.
Lafayette leads Shelby County 26-6 at the half. Lexington Christian and Franklin County, that score has not been updated since the first quarter. Last
wish
one I
it
got
was.
was 14-7.
Wish it was. That was another big matchup you and I talked about earlier this week happening over there. And I mean, that's a couple powerhouses playing right there. Franklin County, future opponent for the Bears, that is ranked up in the state rankings, overall rankings for football.
Short kick lands at the 30.
Oh!
My goodness.
Oh! Brody Phelps. And he is not getting up yet, Bo. Trainers are going out real quick out on the field here as they hope the young man's okay. I do believe that was Camden Clark, too. Number 2, one of their major weapons on the offensive side. I tell you what, Bo, why don't we take a quick break here?
Yeah.
We'll be back here in a few moments on GHP Sports.
Are you looking for a reputable shop to take care of your ride? Stop by Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center, offering all manner of body and mechanical work to keep your vehicle looking and performing at its best. Conveniently located at 910 Taylorsville Road in Taylorsville, or find us on the web at Dougherty'sBodyShop.com. Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center. Big or small, we fix it all.
Back here at Spencer County High School, that was Wyatt Ward that was down. He is now running off the field under his own power, so it's good to see.
Might have knocked the wind out of him.
Yeah.
Might have been what we saw. Brody Phelps catching him in midair right there, bringing him down. Let's look at the Country Mart instant replay. Now we owe the young man's up and okay. We'll show this here. But Brody Phelps going down. As he jumps up the field, that ball, I mean, just hammered from Brody Phelps. They are moving the ball up. They called a penalty on this, and I know the coaches are upset about them calling a penalty. And I honestly don't understand why they're calling a penalty on this.
Just a 15-yard or whatever it is, too.
That's going to raise a lot of questions for me. See a lot of new faces out there for the Bears.
Hand off to Ray, up the middle. Got a lot of room. Kicks it out to the outside. Gets across the 20. Chased down by Blanzett, and we do have a flag, and that's probably going to be a face mask.
I think it was. Got a lot of young guys in for the Bears right now.
Big carry. Spencer County 12-yard line. First
Personal
down.
foul, face mask on the Bears.
Face mask on the Bears.
From the spot, it's going to be half the distance. Should put the ball somewhere around about the 7 or 8 yard line. They're going to mark it about the 8.
The goal, first and goal. From the 6-yard line. Timeout taken by the Bears.
Coach Eldridge wanting to talk to his young defense out here. Again, a lot of young faces. We'll do what we can to try to keep up with some of them. Right now, timeouts, change of possession, the only thing that's going to stop the running clock, and we are under a timeout right now from the Bears. That's their first timeout of the half.
Do have number 11, Kason McAllister in, the freshman at quarterback now for the Wildcats. And off again to Ray, right up the middle, almost untouched into the end zone for a touchdown.
And, you look at this right here, and I imagine some of our viewers are sitting here saying, why are they still playing some of their ones? Understand, Henry County does not have a large roster right here. There's probably positions out there that they don't have twos for. If somebody gets hurt, it's a serious situation on who they're going to move around and how they're going to be able to handle that position. And so having Ray being able to still be in the game, be able to get that big run, get that score, even though we know the Spencer County defense was able to shut him down for a majority of the game. This is not a thing where I think Coach Matt Wright's really trying to save any goodwill or anything like that, trying to prove anything to his guys or anything, knowing that they're going against the twos on defense for the Bears. But it's simply out of necessity. He has to have somebody on the field, and you're going to see that from some of these players.
2-point conversion is good for the Wildcats. That makes the score 40-8. John, while we got a second here, we look forward to next week a little bit. We go back on the road, go over to Fairdale, a team me and you saw play back the first week of the year. Down at
over at Harrodsburg.
Yep, Mercer County. We went down to help our buddy Darren with his Woodford County broadcast, and
and it's nice to have connections like that. I will say, I don't know if he's out there watching us right now. John Herndon over at Anderson County, of course, wrote for the newspaper Sports for years and years. And I'm not going to make an age joke about John here, but they might have had stone tablets when he started. But still, writing all these sports articles. And he was on Facebook today talking about how, he's probably not going to make it anywhere tonight. He's trying to slow down, not get to quite as many games. And I commented on there that we were going to have this on for GHP Sports. And, John, if you're watching, we look forward to seeing you again sometime. We don't see you soon. We'll see you at basketball.
Short kick, fair catch called by the Bears. Fielded at the 32-yard line.
Also,
Isaiah Smith.
Knowing how quick this fourth quarter is going to go, want to let everybody know, stay with us after the game. We'll have the Trevor Brown Construction Player of the Game interview. We will also have the Kelly Hubbock Brown Realty Coaches interview. So hang out, see what the Player of the Game has to say. It's something you and I got to think about here pretty quick on what direction we want to go with that. And on top of that, it's nice to hear some thoughts from Coach Marksberry, especially, having a team that played as hard as they did last week against that great KCD team, and to come out and get a win like this. I mean, this is a game that can really help boost that attitude, help, bring that up for the Bears and push them forward to future wins.
Truitt back under center. Pitch around the right side. We'll get up to about the 34-yard line. That's Braylon Flores, freshman.
Braylon Flores, a 2-yard run. Coming up 2nd and 8.
Good hard 2-yard run there. Like seeing these young guys get work. We talked about the future Bears night. We talked about what it means being in this environment, being in this county, supporting this school, and what it does for these young people that are coming up through the Stallions or Grizzlies programs, and how much they want to be a part of this. And, when you're even a freshman or sophomore on this team and you get that opportunity to go out there and get some reps under the lights on a Friday night, it means something. That gives you a little bit more experience, a little bit more time on the field, and just helps you hone that craft. And as you get older, it's going to do a lot for your confidence when you're called on to be on that field a lot more.
Handoff up the middle. Fisher gets up to about the 40. and pick up 6 on that play. Really like what I see out of him, John.
I do, too.
J.J. Fisher pushes forward. To the
I mean,
40-yard
it's
line.
just one right after the other where you have Noah Krupp, you have Brody Phelps, and then you have J.J. Fisher. You're talking about just hard-nosed guys, and that's what you need from that fullback position. It's somebody who knows when they get the ball, they're going between the tackles and they're going to get hit. And none of those 3 guys are afraid of that. They are just hitting that hole hard, trying to get downfield, trying to fall forward when they're tackled, pick up as many yards as they can. And here we're going to look at about a 3rd and 2.
Again to Fisher. Pick up maybe 1.
A little short. They're close where the guy on this side, he's got it close, and then he just took a step back. I think they're going to leave it 4th and wow, they marked it way back from where he was at. 4th and 1. Got to get to that 43, 42, 42 and a half, somewhere in there. It's a long one. Of course, with the clock running here, Spencer County going to go up here and see if they can't pick up this first down.
Truitt keeps it himself. Drives forward. He's going to be right at the stick.
We're going to have to see where they mark it.
I believe
they're going to give him the first down. Nope. They're going to look at it, though. The head referee pointed first down. Ball's out to the 42. And that's real close to where those sticks are.
Official timeout. They're bringing out the chains. Scott, that's not Scott County, that's Scott High School, defeats future Spencer County and new district opponent this year, Grant County.
Yeah.
48-22 tonight.
That'll be a fun ride.
I'm glad we don't have to make that one this year.
No, something to look forward to next year, though. For those of you not around here, I'm just going to sit here and say, Grant County, there's no good way to get there. We're going to have to go around one way or the other. They're coming out with the chains here, Bo.
Manuel and Atherton, that's one of the big games in Louisville tonight, 23-21. Got the measurement here, and
they're going to be short. Yep. Be about 6 inches shy of the first down. It's going to be a turnover. Henry County will take over.
The Bears 42.
Again, appreciate the crew. We have great shot of that, being able to see that measurement. And I think, are they going to measure it again, Bo? Maybe some discrepancy in where so they've got a little disc that they hook to the chain that shows a yard line. And when they run out, that's what they're checking, is they set that on a yard line, and nope, they're not going to do it again. It will be first down Henry County. So, Bo, you mentioned our opponent next week in Fairdale. Of course, we got an opportunity, like you said, to see them a few weeks ago when they played Woodford County. And, a team that has got some athletes on it. They've got a young man at quarterback that can be dangerous. He's another one of those guys, much like this Henry County team, that as they get better throughout the year, they're going to be a team that opponents aren't really going to want to face. They're going to have some of this youth learn some things and get better. And Fairdale has that same opportunity, too. Definitely will be a tough test for the Bears next week.
Pick up a 21 there for Ray.
It's first down for the Wildcats. 1st and 10.
This time McAllister's going to keep it himself. Gets around the left side. Thinks about cutting back, and that was a mistake.
Yep.
Taken down by Tylen McGehee.
Freshman by number 12. Tylen McGehee. Tylen McGahee.
So the clock now dips down under 4.5.
And off again. Ray up the middle. Jumps one would-be tackler. Gets up to the 11. Picks up 6.
Well, that
enough for the first down.
That was Tyler McGahee again, number 12. I think he did get him tripped up, though.
Ball forward for Wildcats first down, 1st and 10.
Come in from his linebacker position to make that stop.
Now McAllister's hobbling. Boyer goes out wide. And off Ray. Bounces off tacklers into the end zone. Touchdown.
Touchdown by the Wildcats.
Through 3 quarters, the Bears had held him, John, to 45 yards rushing.
And let's be honest, Bo. That's the stat that matters.
Yeah.
We're looking at, things happening right now for the Henry County team that was not the game, was not really what was going on in this game. And I'm not trying to take anything away from Ray. He's a great running back. We talked about how hard he hits the hole, how hard he is to bring down. But Spencer County.
Again, same play. It is incomplete.
But yeah, Spencer
so
County.
3:22 left. Spencer County leads 40-14.
They've done a great job the whole game shutting him down. And we're talking about a young defense out there now, that I hate to call it mop-up duty because, it really, it's not. It's experience is what it is for these young guys. And when you have somebody with that kind of talent as Ray, as hard as he runs, as big as he is, it's going to be difficult for a lot of these freshmen and sophomores to be able to bring him down, tackle him. And let's be honest, though. I mean, we can go back and start watching from the first quarter, and we can see what the Spencer County defense really did.
Line drive kick fielded at the 33 by Smith, I do believe.
Looks like it.
No. 14, nope.
Oh, that's Deshaun Davis.
Yep. Deshaun Davis.
The Bears 44, 1st and 10.
So Spencer County now going to go to 2-2 on the season. And pretty big statement tonight, I think. Of course, coming into this game, you look at records, you see the Henry County 2-1, Spencer County 1-2. And you start to consider, okay, Henry County's, they must be a good team to only have the one loss. But, it really comes down to opponents again. And the Spencer County opponents so far this year have just been, that extra notch above what some of these guys at Henry County has played. And this is where this shows. This is where we're talking about later on in the season. We start to see where these opponents really matter and what the Bears are able to do.
Yeah, this Henry County team beat Western Hills last week 56-23. So.
Oh, yeah, they beat them like a drum.
So that's another future opponent for the Bears. I
think we had a fumble on the snap. And it's going to be Henry County football. That's the thing, too. I mean, you're talking some people who don't always play together out there, don't get necessarily a lot of snaps in practice. Those exchanges, they happen. And, you take even quarterback Paxton Truitt. He's been around for a long time, but you mentioned earlier, still wearing that brace. And, that can affect that grip on that football and being able to feel that football hit your hands. And so players still coming onto the field.
Camden Clark on the carry. He's going to pick up about 10 on that, right at the marker. They are going to move the sticks.
Yeah, and right now this is a glorified practice is what we're watching right now. So we drop down to about a minute left to go.
Low snap. Handoff again goes to Clark. gets tripped up from behind by Blancett.
Tackle made by Jeffrey Bronson.
We drop down to 40 seconds left to go.
Another low snap. Again to Clark, up the middle. We'll get down to about the 10-yard line. Pick up 6.
They don't have to snap the ball again, Bo. We are well beyond the play clock running out.
They're going to try to score again. This time McAllister looks to pass. Up in the air, and it is incomplete, but we're going to get a pass interference. Clock will stop.
They're waving off the flag. They need to fire that clock. There it's running.
No flag on the play.
They do get it off. Hand off to Clark.
And he's
and
not
the
going
Bears
to get
keep
in.
him out of the end zone, and that will be the final. Your score, Spencer County 40, Henry County 14. We're going to take a quick break and gather up some stats together, and when we come back, we'll have our postgame show right here on GHP Sports.
Are you looking for a reputable shop to take care of your ride? Stop by Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center, offering all manner of body and mechanical work to keep your vehicle looking and performing at its best. Conveniently located at 910 Taylorsville Road in Taylorsville, or find us on the web at Dougherty'sBodyShop.com. Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center. Big or small, we fix it all.
Welcome back to Spencer County High School as the final score of our Dougherty's Body Shop Service Center game of the week. Spencer County 40, Henry County 14.
And the great exodus has started. You and I talked about an exodus earlier this week, and you've been waiting for me to mention this. But Bo had a medical procedure done earlier today. And so
Speaking of Dougherty's Body Shop, I'd like to thank Nancy for driving me.
We won't talk any more about it. I'm not going to put him in any more of a spotlight than that. But I will say I had to go pick him up today. So he got a ride down here today. So I'll be taking him home. So, but still, great game tonight by the Bears. Love seeing this reaction out of the Spencer County Bears and what they were able to do after that game last week, after the game in the previous week. And just the response that they've had, Bo. I know those couple games were like you said, two of the tougher games the Bears are going to play, and we're kind of hitting a little bit softer point of the schedule right now for the Bears, but you still got to come out and play those games.
Yeah, let's look at some stats right quick while Coach Marksbury has the team together there. Spencer County, 16 first downs on the night, 38 rushes for 289 yards. Keon Davis, who is going to be our Trevor Brown Construction Player of the Game. He was 2 of 4 for 2 touchdowns on the night. I've got it wrote down here, 65 yards. He also had 4 rushes for 49 yards. And total plays for the Bears, 42 plays, 354 yards of offense, 2 turnovers that Coach Marksbury will harp on.
Yep.
But individually, Keon, 2 of 4 for 65, 2 touchdowns. Noah Kropp caught one of those touchdowns for 33 yards. Armin Smalley, 1 for 32. Jacob Green led the way on the ground, 11 rushes for 93 yards. J.J. Fisher, 7 for 54. Keon, 4 rushes, 49 yards. Caleb Higdon, 2 for 39. Noah Crop, 6 for 27. Brody Phelps, 2 for 19. Paxton Truitt, 2 for 10 and a touchdown. And on the Henry County side, individually, Ray ended up 17 rushes, 125 yards. And let's go down to Blaine as he has Keon with him. Blaine?
And taking in such a heavy load, be it with the quarterback role, how has that transition been for you, and what's made it so easy?
I feel like it's made it easier with going into the season more like the first game against Moore. I was a little excited, a little frightened up a little bit, but I feel like getting deeper into the season, I'll be okay.
All right, thank you, Keon. Congratulations, player of the game, man.
Thanks, yeah.
And we got Coach Marksbury.
Yeah, Coach, great game tonight. The defense really showed up tonight, holding up 0 points up until the fourth quarter. What did you just want to praise about them and how well they played tonight?
Well, we just wanted to build on what we did last week, especially in the second half. We thought we played really well, and honestly, we thought at the end of the game last week we were starting to wear them down a little bit. So, but we just wanted to build on that, and I thought we did. We knew they were going to try to get us to jump off sides. And, we were kind of a little bit, and they got us on that a few times, kept getting us in 1st and 5. But, really proud of the whole team. Our special teams were good. The offense, moved smoothly and consistently and all that stuff. So that, we looked really good. And, the last 2 weeks we played a couple of really good teams. And, we kind of look like ourselves a little bit. And Henry County's a tough team, well-coached team. And, we just want to make sure. The thing that we just, you always nitpick, but we wanted our JV to perform a little bit better than they did when we went in there. But hey, that's fine. We'll get that stuff cleaned up. They got their JV game on Monday, but just really proud of our guys, the whole team. We got a bunch of kids in there, and it's a good time. And we just got to build on this week and get ready to go on the road next week and go on the road and get a big win, and just try to keep stacking things on top of each other. We're excited.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach, and thank you, Blaine, again. And John, final score here tonight, 40-14. Bears, like I said, improved to 2-2 on the year. And on the road at Fairdale next week.
They are, and a place we went last year. And so was it last year? It was year before. I mean, these games blend together. We're just getting old, I know. But still, some place that Spencer County has been before and been able to go over there and get a win. And a Fairdale team that I'm not going to say is going to be the easiest game they're going to play all year. This is a Fairdale team that does have some talent, especially at that quarterback spot. He's got an athlete that got moved over to play that position, and he's somebody that they're going to have to watch out for.
Yeah, I have to deal with. He is a wide receiver by trade, but he can definitely move the ball with both his arms and his legs. So,
yeah, but still,
they'll have to deal with.
A statement win tonight, I think. I mean, this was the reaction that I think the coaches, I think the fans, I think you and I all wanted to see and expected to see out of these boys tonight, to come off those hard losses and to show that those hard losses did nothing more than to prepare them to be able to move forward throughout the season. And I think we're seeing that come to fruition like we do year in and year out with this team.
Every year, load up the schedule in the beginning, and it's tough.
It is.
But our teams always seem to get better as the year goes along. So that's all we got here for tonight. Again, congratulations, Keon Davis, our Trevor Brown Construction Player of the Game. And Bears improved to 2-2 on the year. Go on the road next week at Fairdale. So, John, if you're done, I'm done.
Yeah, looking
sure
forward to
everybody else
next
is
Friday.
done. Again, thanks to the crew in the trailer tonight. By miracle, we got on tonight. So, appreciate them also. Your final score, Spencer County 40, Henry County 14. We'll see you next Friday night on GHP Sports.